All right, we're live, probably for the last couple of minutes while I'm staring at the screen. But thank you everyone so much for coming and watching the show. And thank you all so much for 75,000 subscribers. I think we're actually at 76, almost 77 now, which is crazy. It's really been growing pretty quickly, which is a huge thrill. Meredith is on her way down. She's late this morning. Can tell how much sleep I got lately. She's late tonight, so she'll be here any minute. She just told me she's coming, so hopefully she'll come and bail me out soon. Thank you all again. Michael J. McCurdy's here. I saw Henry Jeremick is here. Mr. Comic Art, Jordan Clark, John Jeremy. Here she is. Art Jedi's here.
I'm coming. I had to take advantage of one last Cyber Monday deal.
All right.
It's Cyber Monday, people.
Hey, Kenny Wang's here. Good to see you.
Then a Christmas shop.
And I wanted to say thank you so very, very much to those of you that made it to Friday night stream. It was really great to have you there. It was a huge boost. I was very afraid. It's a small show now. It's a really well-produced show that they had. I don't think you saw it, Meredith, but
I did not. I was asleep.
It was a great show. Oh, Jimmy's here. But yeah, they don't have a huge amount of subscribers on YouTube right now, and I think it'll grow. But it meant that not a lot of people watch. So hey, Jazz Sings here. Yeah, I was really thrilled to have the support. So thank you again very much.
I'm not on the stream yet.
You're not on. Okay.
I'm getting there.
She's getting there.
I was like last minute. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Cyber Monday. I have one last thing I gotta get for Christmas for me.
Yeah. All right.
I'm getting there. Hold on.
So yeah, again, it is our 75,000 subscriber show, which is a huge thrill, and that means that I'll be drawing some free sketches for this show, and I should start now because we won't have a huge amount of time. I'll run out of time. Right. I'm gonna move my microphone. Is that all my cord?
My cord.
Yeah.
Is
okay, we're good.
Here.
So I cleaned my office this week.
I want to use air quotes. Can you see the air quotes in the background? Can you see the ones?
It's pretty clean. It's not bad.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. But that also means I don't know where anything is. Everything's a bit of a mess. So, all right. What do you think I should draw first?
Hold on. I gotta mute you there. There you go. Batman.
No. I love Batman, but I always do Batman first. So.
Harley Quinn.
All right. Sounds good. Okay. Harley Quinn. Am I in the
Studio Tour Artsy Design says Studio Tour David Finch. It's not that clean.
I could do it. I
can't count.
Here, you know what? If you want to sit over here, I'll do it so you can kind of see it.
All right.
All right. So what I'm going to do?
I can't count mugs, but I can count pop bottles.
All right. In order to do this, somebody said Red Hood, which I think is a great idea, actually. By somebody, I mean Tara Seiden and Sebastian. You know what? And Hulk. We did Hulk last time, so I'm not going to do Hulk. Oh, thank you. SCS Powerlifting had a chat for $5. Said
for $5 saying big congratulations.
You know what? Check this out that I can do, and I never do it. I need to scroll up. I could show it. Look at that. The problem is you can't do it because you don't have the.
No.
Which is
I'm just gonna open Word so I can copy and paste, and I won't lose super chat.
Okay, so I forgot what. Oh right. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go into my cam here, and I'm going to flip it.
Why is it that as soon as I'm down here,
what happened?
I just like, Mom,
okay.
Can I donate, please?
So here is my office, and now I'm going to move the camera around. You're losing the good lighting that I have on the other camera. This is just my webcam, but this is it. This is all my books on the wall. You can see my studio lighting here, and let me lower this over here. I'm going to just pick it up. But yeah, that's all my stuff. I've got my picture of me with Kevin Smith.
You can see my feet. My feet are in the shot. Oh my gosh.
They're not right now anyway.
Okay.
And yeah. So, and Meredith's feet.
My feet. Ew,
so there you go. That's a little bit more of my actual office.
Meredith appeared on camera.
Yeah, there you go. All right, I'm going to see if I can get this sorted back out.
Can I go back to the other end of the couch now?
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm definitely not camera ready today.
No? All right. I think we're back. Okay, so Harley Quinn. Here we go. I need to move my microphone. I hate doing it because it makes noise and it's really bad in the microphone when you do that.
Kevin Mandeville says, Meredith, did Dave get you your prized comic possession that was due in the mail last week?
No, it's... Okay, I'm just going to tell you guys what it is because it didn't show up, which is a bit of a...
Did you... Where was I? Was this? Did you talk about this on Friday?
I did. Yeah.
Oh.
No, well, whatever. I talked about it. Maybe it was Friday.
Oh, you're talking about the statue.
Right. So...
okay, wait a second. Before you say anything, I got another freaking email from FedEx saying we owe more customs and duty on... I hope it's a totally different package.
I hope so.
I hope it's not the same package. I didn't pay it because you were at FedEx today dropping stuff off. So.
I love Canada. I wouldn't not want to live anywhere else. It's great. You know, I love Canada. I really do. Getting packages is not the easiest or the best at times. It costs an absolute fortune for to get that package. I paid it, and
still haven't got it.
We still haven't got it. So hopefully it'll show up.
Fortune.
Soon.
By fortune, he means I could buy a child for how much he paid just to get the customs and duty on that package.
Yeah, couldn't believe it.
I mean, not that I'm buying children, because believe me, 3 is enough. I'm selling children if somebody wants one. Although they're snotty enough some days that nobody really wants them. Gosh, I love my kids. I do. I really do love my kids. They're sweet.
But
like any mother, sometimes they're sweet, sometimes they're irritating. Another super chat from Daniel Castelli. Good to see you, Daniel. Nice. Thanks for being here. Daniel has a super chat for $1.99. Congrats, guys. I'm not as baller as SCS.
Oh, and you know what?
Too funny.
We have
everybody's baller on this stream. Come on.
We have Eric with us today.
Moderator extraordinaire.
I'm going to bring him in right now.
My child just swore at me. He's grounded.
Maybe I should have given you some warning.
Just popped you in there, Eric. Right. No warning. Eric's got beard. You didn't have that much of a beard last time you were on the stream, did you, Eric?
If I shave in the morning, I'll have a beard in the evening. So I've just given up at this point.
Yeah, no, that does not happen to me. I think I might have shaved, 5 days ago. Anyway, Eric is going to be doing the giveaways. So that'll be whenever a sketch is done. And 5 minutes before it's finished, you can tell them, Eric.
Yeah, so I think Nightbot's been domesticated, so it shouldn't randomly put people in timeout like last time. But yeah, when
Except for Henry.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, Henry Jeremic gets put in timeout.
That's always. Right. Always.
Yeah, and one Mighty R as well.
That's right. We have special settings.
Yeah. So basically, to be eligible, just be active in the chat, and I will roll it this side, and a random user of all the eligible users will be chosen, and that'll be the person who wins the piece. And then whoever wins it, if they can just DM me on Discord with all their relevant information, and then I will collect all of those, and I will email Meredith and David, and the piece will be sent to you.
Yes. So that'll be coming as soon as this one's done. We'll be back, and
for sure.
There you go.
Is it the 25th stream?
Is it?
Henry Jeremic says, David Meredith, congrats. It's the 25th stream, the 25th anniversary. 23 drawings because of the 2 double streams. Wait, 22. Then he's just on death's head. He just we fell off a cliff. I don't even know now if it's the 25th stream or not. So somebody else will know.
Did you make it to the first stream?
Me?
No, I know you did eventually.
I was yelling at Everett, help your dad, help your dad.
No, I mean Eric.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, we have quite a few people that have been here really right from the beginning. And I saw, by the way, Dude Power's here tonight, which is a huge thrill because he hasn't been here for quite a while. I think because he has school. So I saw when we were setting everything up, he said in the chat today, there he is. David, I can still remember the first stream when you drew Moon Knight. See, look at that. So yeah, we have a lot of OGs here. All right, Eric, I'm gonna.
What's OG mean? Original gangster?
I think.
What's talking slang? We don't. Neither one of us knows.
I know I'm talking slang. I don't know.
Another super chat from Trenton Massey.
All right, I'm gonna go full screen, Eric. So we'll see you in just a little bit. Thank you.
Sounds good.
All right.
Mm.
Super chat from Trenton says, "Hi D&M 75. I was wondering. I'm trying to draw Kratos. Kratos?
Oh yeah, from
And
God of War, right?
And he has a beard. Is it okay if you could do a really quick demo on beards and facial hair?"
Yeah.
And I feel like it's super appropriate since we just had Eric
With a massive beard that he didn't have 2 weeks ago. Knocking my
Eric looks
camera.
good in a beard.
He does. Yeah. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna draw my nose and a mouth, because you need some kind of frame of reference. You know, here's my cheek. This is awful, obviously, but you know what? We're about the beard. And so the way that I would draw a beard is I draw just the bigger shapes just to kind of know where I'm at.
I have to say hi to Tammy because Tammy says hi. Hi, Tammy. Sorry.
Hi, Tammy.
Congrats, Meredith and Dave, while you're drawing. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
I kind of want a shape to it. My ear is here, you know, whatever. And that's going to be about the shape of my beard, just like that. And then I'm going to lighten it down because it's a total mess. And then it's just like drawing hair. So I don't want to spend too long on it, but just to give you an idea. So then I can just go in and start drawing a little bit of hair detail on top of it. I want to be a little thicker at the bottom of it because it's going to cast a bit of a shadow. Maybe I could cast some shadow underneath here a bit, under my lip, give it a little shadow. And then it's drawing really what I've already kind of established as a shape. And you don't want to draw every hair.
That looks cool.
Like it?
Yeah, it could be Eric's beard.
Yeah, there you go. Should have kept him on
You could
for
have just
reference.
modded off of his
Yeah, so it's a little messy, but you get the idea. That's totally how I go about it.
So
there you go.
I have to give some context because when we said hi, Tammy, do you know who we said hi, Tammy, to?
No.
The person responsible for our awesome kitchen. So Tammy works for the kitchen designers for our new house, and actually Tammy also designed the kitchen in our current house.
Wow, well, that's great.
So
Well,
Tammy's
hi,
on the
Tammy.
stream.
Yeah, thank you for coming by. It's very cool.
Local people are here.
Yeah. All right. No matter where I put this thing, I'm hitting it with my elbow.
You're gonna hit it.
There. I think
All
that
in
might be
one.
better. I don't know what it is. I move a little bit and like move a few things.
You took your camera down to show people the studio.
That's a different.
Actually, do you know that Tammy's company also did your office? Lowbury. We'll just give a shout out to Lowbury. So if you're in Windsor and you want cabinets or kitchens or anything, they did all the cabinetry for Dave's office.
Yeah, you guys all
Free
just saw.
promotion.
I know. Now it seems like we totally planned that.
We did not plan
We did
it.
not plan that.
We did not plan that. Tammy emailed me earlier this week. So there you go. Does that mean we get our pantry free?
I highly doubt that.
Oh my gosh, it's been such a stressful week, people, because the house is going on the market.
Yeah.
That was stressful. So stressful.
Yeah, it has
Not
been.
positive, like 75,000 subscribers. I mean, hopefully it will be positive and the house will sell in a week and I don't have to keep it clean anymore. Kevin Mandovel. Super chat for $2.99. Char request CHAR. Char wreck thing. Hellstorm or
Character.
character request. Oh my gosh. This is because I've spent the last 3 days cleaning my house.
Oh, in fairness, it took me a minute.
Character request. Thing, Hellstorm, or atrocious? Atrocious?
Atrocious.
Atrocious.
Thing, Hellstorm, or atrocious? I think out of those, I would do the thing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Fantastic Four is a book. I don't know. It's
Thank
like
you for the super chat, Kevin.
I don't know if I would be able to do it well, but I think I would really enjoy doing it.
The Thing?
No, well, yes, but Fantastic Four.
And then we have a super chat from Greg L. Static Art for $2. Greg says, "Congrats, guys. Sorry I can't super chat tonight for fun. It's okay.
Oh,
It's
come on.
Thanksgiving. Thank you guys for being here.
Our
We're so
priorities.
happy every week. Look, we have 491 people already. Thank you to all of you who come out every week so that it's not just Dave and I talking to each other, because we could do that upstairs on the couch. And then actually nobody's talking to each other because I'm watching my show and you're playing the forest.
Yeah, Virgin River.
So this is actually the most conversation we have all week, is sitting here chatting with you guys, chatting together. So it's awesome. It's like I get some Dave time on the stream time. Rike Ingles123 has a super chat for €5. Rike says, I'm moving tomorrow and will have to miss the party. Just passed here to congratulate all the Finch flock for this great achievement. Good luck, y'all. Good luck with the move.
Yeah, good luck with the move.
You can give me pointers and tips next week.
Thank you very much. Yeah, really good luck. It's always stressful. I mean, it's
so stressful.
I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
It's going to be an exciting adventure in the new place. I'm going to be really sad to leave this house too, because Everett was 4 when we moved here. Isaac was born in this house.
He was.
I've never lived in any house in my entire life as long as we've lived here, and I don't think you have either.
I was saying I lived in my mother's house where she still lives there till I was 16, and we've lived here for 15 years.
Yeah.
So almost.
We've been living here as long as we've been married. So got married in February and moved here in November.
Yeah.
November 1st. So
time passes fast.
It really does. So fast. But we're excited.
Yes.
New adventures coming.
Oh, and by the way, I saw that Jimmy's here, and Jimmy helped me out again with my my overlay. You probably didn't even notice the difference, Meredith, but it has the new updated website.
I was so late. I was late. I was here late, so I did not.
Well, I put it up there.
Well, thanks, Jimmy.
Before we started. Yeah,
thanks,
he really
Jimmy.
is.
And also, I want to thank everybody who let us know last week about the channel that is posting Dave's Skillshare course. We had a lot of emails from people letting us know about that. I've managed to get one video taken down, but I have to email for each video individually. So I should not be so difficult when somebody's pirating your stuff, and yet it is. So it has to be on my list now that the house is ready to go, to get like the rest of those videos taken down, because that sucks. But we have an awesome stream and awesome people who support us. So thank you guys, because you totally were like, Meredith and Dave, somebody is doing this, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
The next super chat is from SCS Powerlifting for $5. SCS says, Dave, first of all, thanks for the super chat, SCS. Dave, I'm doing a piece, and the character has an insane amount of round little scales. Any tips on how to make my life easy? LOL. That feels like Captain America armor, right? That's like
close. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so I've got like 3 pieces of paper here. Okay. And I also took all of my space up with my beard. All right, so I'm going to draw
an enormous beard, by the way.
Yeah.
Would you draw it life size because you wish you could put it on your face?
Hey, wow. Somebody in the last video said that it had 2 down votes because
of Meredith?
No, because I was bald, and he said, "Don't worry though, because his dad is also bald." And I said, "Well, thank you.
Harsh.
Appreciate that."
That's so harsh. 2 down likes because Dave's bald. I'm bald too, people. I'm not actually, but that's harsh.
You're bald in your heart.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so I've got a shoulder here, and so there's my shoulder, and so I know my form kind of around the shoulder is going like this, and so I can lighten that down, and then I can kind of use that as a guide so I know where they go, and then I would just do this. And you might be going a little smaller than this, but it all works the same way. And then for the next row up, I just want to make sure that the bottom of the curve touches where it intersects. And as long as you kind of have an idea of where your form lines are, and it can be helpful to actually maybe just to draw some of those out beforehand, and then you just go over the whole picture just like this. It's a headache, but you can do it. And then if I have my lighting from here, I would just light each one just a little bit, just like this. And you'll be here all night doing this. And it's a headache, but it's worth it. Because it does make it look better. And also for the edge, I'll just give it a little profile so it's not just sitting flat because it has some shape to it. And so that's how I would do it. That's how I always do it. So there you go. And thank you for the super chat.
I missed a super chat from Super Sonico for 49, I think MXS is Mexican pesos. It says, hello, Mayor and David. And then I also missed one from Xander Malcolmson. So Xander, I'm going back trying to find your super chat.
Well,
there's so many people.
Let me say hello.
Tonight. There's so many people in the stream tonight. I'm missing stuff because this chat's going so quickly.
Oh, and by the way, don't feel a need to chat the whole time. I shouldn't say this because we want you guys to.
Yeah, don't say that.
But it's 5 minutes before each time we run this. The way that it's programmed is if you chat within 5 minutes of when we hit the the button for the thing, it will count you. So we will give you a 5-minute warning and just write something in chat, and it will register you, and then you're in there.
Dave, did you say you have the ability to go back through back chats?
I can scroll up.
Because I get stuck that I can't go
Look
back.
at this.
When you showed Eric,
We have, and so I'm missing some of these but we have a super chat from Mikhail Milton for $10. Super chat from Mike Milton. I flatted 11 cover for Steve Furcow, 6th degree of Dave Finch. Hey, look at that. Yeah, he's working with Steve Furcow, flatting covers. So yeah, we work together. There you go.
Oh,
that's
awesome.
less than 6 degrees. And thank you very much for the super chat.
From
And
Mikhail.
Thank you for coming by.
So if I missed your super chat.
Well, hold on. I'm going up.
And Art of Wade King, my super chat was missed. All I got was this comment.
Okay. I'm going up.
$2.
That's as far as I could go. I've got Daniel Castelli. Is there a difference in technique between the kind of inking you do and the pen and ink style of traditional American illustrators?
You're as bad as I am.
So I missed some, did
I? Just draw. I'll do my best.
Okay.
Eric, can you help me?
We need to figure out a way that you can handle this part. Because look at this. Look at I could put Daniel's name and
Yeah, we do need
How great is that?
That is cool.
The big difference is that I'm using, tools like this, which are much more modern. Older illustrators, back in the day would have used these kinds of tools. They're very useful, but you really do need to have more of your drawing established, I think, to use these effectively, because you just can't get the range of motion with these as easily. Also, whiteout has gotten better. And, traditional inkers would use traditional brushes, and I use these just because they're so convenient. But they work the same. I just don't have to dip them, which is really nice. And actually, Scott Williams commented in the last video and said, because I said he uses a Winsor Newton Series 7. This is a miniature. I showed a different one in the stream or in the video, but he actually uses a Raphael, and he told me that before. I just completely forgot. So
there you go. All right, the chat got away from me. So let me catch up with what I've got. Two super chats from Anthony Gee. Oh, it's not Gee, it's G. I think it's G, Anthony. I hope I remember this from last week. I think it's G.
But you missed one before you go there.
Stop.
You missed one from Stryden, $5. Congratulations. I love all your videos, and you guys have been helpful in my journey to improving my art. I've been watching the streams ever since day one, and thank you very much, Stryden.
Are you sure I missed that one?
Because I see an Anthony G one down here, right here.
Right.
And I didn't put that one up. Hold on.
Okay,
so you can't let me be in charge of this.
Stop.
It's falling apart fast.
It is. Stop now.
Okay, wait. I'm doing one more.
Oh my gosh, you're throwing me off. You're just messing with me.
Anthony G submitted
so much stress. You're just causing me more.
$2 to Dave's Beard Fund. Okay, I'll stop.
I got that one.
Thank you. Oh, you got that one. Oh, okay. I'll stop. It's all falling apart.
Oh, yeah. So, Anthony, thank you for the super chat for Dave's Beard Fund. And Anthony also said, congrats on the 75 or 76K. So happy for you guys. Don't forget us little people when you're headlining at VidCon.
Right, yeah. Right around the corner.
That's going to happen. No cons ever.
They've been asking. I said no.
Yeah, we're like, no, not VidCon. Not down.
No.
Daniel, you got Daniel Castelli's difference between inking pen. You did that one, right?
I did that. Yeah, I got that one. Yeah.
Okay, and so then you also read The Art of Wade King. My super chat was missed. All I got was this comment for $2. So Art of Wade King, if you actually did have a super chat that I missed, I'm so sorry. Please just I don't know, all caps me or something, and I'll try to, except I'm signed on as Dave tonight. Sorry, Dave, I'm signed on as you. But somebody help me out. if I missed your super chat. I'm so sorry. It got away from me too fast. Strident, and then you read the Strident one?
Yes.
For $5. I love all your videos, and you guys have been helpful. See? This is what happens when Dave tries to get involved.
Did ask.
You intimated that you had the ability to go backward in time.
Oh, I could scroll up.
Yeah, but there's a limit to how much you can scroll up. That's
Yeah, well, and there was a limit. You're not wrong.
Yeah, there is a limit. Erica Scott, a super chat for $1. Thank you so much, Erica.
Yeah, thank you, Erica.
Erica's like, oh my gosh, these people are falling apart right now. Somebody needs to help them. Here's $1. Really, I think that's what that was. Eric was like, just somebody help him out. Just make it all caps. Kenny Wang says these beards are so good. Kevin Mandevil, $1.99. When is FinchCon? Right? We should have our own con.
We need to book a whole hotel room.
One whole hotel room. Oh, and here was Xander Malcolmson, Meredith Finch. I asked in my super chat if we could get a Daredevil sketch. And Xander, I actually think that's a great suggestion.
It is. Okay, so I think we're all set then. What we're going to
and then Daredevil.
Daredevil, and the Thing.
Perfect. Done. Erica Scott says, we need FinchCon. You guys are, you know what the best part of this whole situation, this stream was? Dave was on the Friday night mainframe panel, and all of the Finch flock was there, or many members of the Finch flock.
Quite a few, yeah.
He's like, they were talking about Finch flock, Meredith. Like, it's a thing now. So it is. First we have Finch flock. Now we're going to have FinchCon. It's going to happen. Maybe not this year, but give us a little bit of time. People will be begging to come to FinchCon.
Yeah.
All right. Jerry Lang. Hey, Jerry. Thanks for coming tonight. Jerry is a super chat for $5. Jerry says, oh, crap. I hate when my screen blips. Hey, guys. 1960 to 1980s illustrators for you to check out. David, for you to check out, David, is Bernie Fuchs. Michael Johnson. Wonderful mark making and paint scrubbing techniques.
Now, Michael Johnson, I'm not familiar with.
Oh, there you go.
Bernie Fuchs, I know. I mean, I don't.
Jerry
you know
always
what I mean.
has the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Michael Johnson, I'm going to have to. That's going to be a hard name to Google because it's a very common name, you know? Like when I think Michael Johnson, I'm thinking the Canadian Olympic runner. Remember? Michael Johnson?
Oh, yeah, Canadian, yeah. He won gold in the Olympics for the 100 meters. We don't get those often. Wasn't he the one? No, wait a second.
Yeah, he was.
Tested out. We lost that one.
He's Canadian, though. It doesn't count.
What? You know why we have 4 dislikes on the chat tonight?
Why?
Because Meredith was late.
It's because I'm bald, Meredith, but it's okay.
Because you're bald, and 2 because Meredith was late. All right. Dennis Kelly says, I second FinchCon. Everybody wants FinchCon. And then 541 people here tonight. So everybody hit that like button. And if you aren't already, hit the subscribe. Michael Johnson Curry, super chat from $9.99. Michael says, I was told that posting too many of my failed projects may have got me blacklisted. I.e., if no one else has picked them up, why should I? Is this true? And have you seen this to be true in your experience?
Not at all.
No,
I don't know where. No, absolutely not. It's your work, and you should absolutely.
The right person hasn't found it yet.
Yeah.
Keep going.
No, that does not sound right at all.
It doesn't. I've never heard of somebody going. I've never heard of that.
No.
So no, I don't. I just think you haven't found. Keep pushing your projects. Keep working on your projects, and you will find the right person for it. I really believe that.
Yes.
Just have faith. Reggie V says, Meredith, we need Finch Flock t-shirts. Please make it happen. I actually think I might. Here's what's going to happen. When David hits 100,000 subscribers, I will make Finch Flock t-shirts available.
You know what's crazy? It seems like that could actually happen now,
I'm just saying it right now. You have my word, people. I'm going to start working on them because I know Dave's going to hit 100,000. And then you're going to be able to buy a Finch Flock t-shirt on Dave's website. you go. Kenny Wang, Finch flock is stronger than the floor gang. I'm not sure what the floor gang is. So
That's PewDiePie.
Oh, is that PewDiePie?
So PewDiePie, for a little while there, was sitting on the floor. I think they were redoing his studio or something like that.
Oh, yes, I remember that. That was like was it spring or last year or whatever?
Spring, maybe. Yeah, it was earlier this year. Anyway, and so, yeah.
I do remember that. You're telling me all about it. All right, The Art of Wade King.
Not that I would know because, I would never watch
Wade's like,
PewDiePie.
I did it all again with caps and missed it again. Wade King, the super chat. I'm like missing Wade King's. I'm going back, Wade. The Art of Wade King. Looking for it. I feel like The Art of Wade King might be having me on. He's super chatting that I missed a super chat, but then I'm not seeing it. All capped and it was missed again, he says. I read that. That was not a super chat. I'm looking for it.
He's not having you. He would not do that.
Our people are too nice. When is FinchCon? Kevin Mandeville. Okay, here I am, all capsing this comment. The Art of Wade King. I said, congrats on 75,000. Maybe draw Batman Who Laughs for $5.
Oh, yeah. I just did a Batman Who Laughs cover. Yeah.
No, we didn't. We didn't talk about that.
Oof.
Has it been solicited yet?
I don't actually know. It might have been,
though.
though.
Didn't do anything like that. We don't know what he's talking about.
Me and my big mouth.
You do have a big mouth. Best
And
draw
actually,
fast if you want to get.
Okay, so while I'm not talking about it, and you guys didn't hear that, it was actually colored by Steve Furcow. So, speaking of Steve Furcow,
I feel good about that though. I did get Wade King's. I'm sorry, and Wade, I'm sorry. The stream is like on the giveaway nights. I wasn't prepared mentally because the giveaway nights go so freaking fast with the chats. I needed to sit down and just immediately start copying and pasting super chats.
Yep.
It's the only way I can keep up. So, all right. And Nightbot has Super Sonico says, how come Nightbot hasn't banned nobody yet?
We fixed Nightbot.
And that is all on Eric.
Yep.
Dave and Eric spent an hour making sure that Nightbot wasn't banning people.
Yeah, well, yeah, there was some planning that went into the show this time, and it will go much smoother. I think, Eric is so much better at all this stuff. This is where Eric, so I'm in Canada, and Eric is in Texas, and so unfortunately, we can't just sit here. It would be, how great would that be, And then he could work the stuff and have like backtrack says, because we're all good people, which you are, and he's got a cool symbol. I put it up.
The Art of, oh my gosh, The Art of Wade King. LOL. 1 out of 3 super chats read. I'm going to bed a failure.
I don't know how to take it down now, though.
Wade King. Poor Wade King. Wade, I love you. Art of Wade King. Dave's going to try to get to your Batman Who Laughs.
Oh, we got Sheldon Martin
Don't
here.
go to bed yet. I need that. Why don't I have that feature?
Because I'm using the program.
Yeah. You got all the cool stuff. You got the sound effects, which are wasted on you. Here's what's going to happen, people. When we move,
we'll set it up so you have this stuff.
Which means you guys are going to have to suffer for the next 3 months.
Yeah, and also here we get the sound effects.
What sound effect did you use?
Laughter.
I can laugh too. All right. Julio Torres says, hey, Dave and Meredith. Allie says, hi, too. Love the art so far. Allie would love this. Hi, Allie. I think Allie's his daughter.
Yeah, thank you, Julio. I appreciate it very much. I got to say, thank you to everyone in Brazil. I was looking through, the audience that we have. The U.S. is our biggest audience, and right behind that is Brazil. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah.
They have a very strong.
They really do, incredible artists
community.
there.
El Padrino says, Meredith Finch, considering I created the Finch Flock, #Finch Flock movement, I deserve some recognition. You do. So El Padrino gets a free t-shirt.
There you go.
All right. I've got super
I
chats.
created a movement and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
Yeah, that's right. Super chat from Hater. He says, call me Hater because it's Wandershush. For 10 Singapore dollars. Hi, both. Thanks for the weekly stream again. Keeping us all sane. Rough year for us all. For me, divorce, lost my job. Dad is getting scanned for growth. Hope it's not cancerous. Oh, no. Well, we will say a prayer for you and
Absolutely.
for your dad. I've been through divorce. I know how challenging it is and how difficult it is. But
yeah,
if I will say this, just try to hold on to the positives, because look, I came through divorce and now I have my soulmate. Like when I was getting divorced with 2 young kids, I thought my world was ending, and look at what God had planned. He had you waiting for me, and you're my soulmate. So
yeah, they say
Are you
when
getting
one door
embarrassed?
closes,
yeah. So, but we will say a prayer for you, for
your father,
your dad, and that 2021 is a year full of prosperity and blessings for you.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for your support, Hater. We really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been and I was really hoping kind of we were coming out of the whole COVID thing. Things were starting to get back to normal a little bit. And, everybody was talking about a second wave coming, and it really has. And it's been tough.
One thing that won't change, Meredith's cough.
Right.
Super chat from Erica Scott for $1. Thank you so much, Erica. And another super chat from JD Collier for $2. Need to draw Deathstroke in the future, please.
Oh, yeah, that would be a great one. And thank you both very much.
Both. And another super chat from Kevin Mandevil for $4.99. Dave, we'll be doing any future covers on the Savage Adventures book. Your covers on those early issues are fire. Blink once for yes and twice for no.
Thank you very much. I won't be. The truth is, so I've got my create our own project, and I love doing covers. I love doing all the Marvel covers, and it really has been I'm doing a lot of Walking Dead covers, and they all I'm torn between a lot of things, and so it's as much as I would have loved to keep doing those ones, I just can't do. For the most part, I really can't do a monthly cover, and so that's kind of what happened. I did a bunch in the beginning, and then I had to stop. And they were I couldn't believe it when they said what the project was with, Venom and Conan, and
I think there's still some covers available if you hit up his art dealer, Jason Shader at Essential Sequentials. I don't think we sold all those covers. Daniel Castelli has a super chat, which I missed, for $1.99. Daniel says, when you hit 1 million, you need to draw Dr. Even. And I put my pinky to my mouth, but nobody can see that because I'm off camera. But
I could point the camera right at you.
No, do not do that. I've spent 3 days cleaning my house and organizing my house, and it's not a camera. Today is not a camera-ready day for Meredith.
Oh yeah, you look terrible.
I know,
you look fine.
Right? But I just did an interview on. When did I do that interview? Last week sometime.
Yeah, I think Friday during the day.
Maybe Friday during the day.
Whatever.
So that'll be coming up, talking about the Book of Ruth. For a new podcast that's coming out. Somebody who's on the stream often, if you guys recognize Artsy Bible Nerd, they're starting a new podcast chat stream. So that'll be out in January. So keep your eye out for that, and we'll talk about it. Dave, since I mentioned the Book of Ruth.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I was going to finish this one, but
we'll finish that one then.
Okay, let's finish this one. We'll do the first giveaway, and then we'll cover that quickly. Okay. And
the Art of Wade King is still with us. He did not go to bed. For $2, Nightbot bans the Art of Wade King for spam. LOL. Oh, Wade. Nightbot's not going to ban you tonight because Eric's got Nightbot covered. Mike, and thank you for the super chats, by the way. Mike Defonte for $5. Mike says, hi, David Meredith. Was that a fine point or a medium point pentel brush? Thanks for the great videos and live streams.
This one is a fine point. And you can tell because it's got the lighter tip. The medium points, or I guess the not fine points, have a black tip. So I use the fine points. And I find you can squeeze so much ink out of these if you want to, that they cover a lot of area anyway. So that it's like the best of both worlds.
Mighty Geek Studio says the time has come for Meredith to write her next book.
She's working on it.
I am.
Somewhat. And a lot of stuff going on.
I got to get the house sold.
And it's being drawn.
It's actually being drawn. Pages are being drawn. I'm working with Colin Dyer again because
he's a genius. He's phenomenal.
Yeah, I loved the synergy we had on the Book of Ruth, and this is a similar type project.
Yeah.
So it just felt right.
Yeah, the stuff he's turned in already looks amazing. He's doing a great job. He's very creative too.
He is. I'm so bad because last week we had Meredith that's going to butcher everybody's name pronunciation night, and Ed Ergel. I know Ed told me how to pronounce his name. I feel like I got it right, Ed, but I'm not sure. For $4.99. Anthony, I also probably butchered Anthony. I think I got it right though. I said G.
Yes.
So many thanks to you guys. Ed has a super chat for $4.99. Many thanks to you guys for continuing these live streams. Dave, have you ever drawn the original ROM Space Knight?
I have. Actually, I did that last year. I did and it turned out okay. If I say so myself, I thought it turned out great. I was really happy with it. I did it on I think it was a sketch cover. I might be wrong, but either way, it was a commission. And yeah, I had a great time with it. Unfortunately, it was before I did the channel, and I don't think we have it at all. We might have a scan somewhere. You might have a scan.
I'm going to read this comment, and I feel like I'm so happy, and yet I want to say not something negative right now. Page One Comics, Jimmy. Jimmy says, I've been divorced 6 times, and now I'm marrying my soulmate next week. Jimmy, I'm so glad you're marrying your soulmate next week.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what?
That's a lot of times to keep trying.
It's a lot of times, but yeah.
To you for persistence.
You only live once. You cannot just give up.
Why not just throw your heart in? You know what I love? I love Jimmy's commitment. Like, I love you. I love you enough to marry you, and let's make this work.
Yep.
And you know what? Sometimes it doesn't work out. But I feel like people are like, I'm always afraid to get hurt. And the thing I always want to say to people is you can't be hurt badly if you haven't loved wholly. Does that make sense? Like if you never give yourself 100% and take a risk,
well,
you
not only
can't
that,
possibly be hurt. So you're denying yourself something beautiful for the fear of something for the fear of a momentary pain, because you will always get over it. I remember that, and the reality of that came to me when both my grandmothers died in the same year, and I was just heartbroken. And then I remember just thinking, like, the only reason I'm so heartbroken is because I have experienced such a deep and profound love from both of my grandmothers. And I feel grateful for that love. And the, 32 or whatever years or 34 years that I knew that love is worth a couple of months or weeks or whatever of pain and heartbreak when you miss them or you lose that person. So sometimes we get focused on the pain of a moment and we lose the ability to see the whole picture. And I love that Jimmy has the ability to not be afraid.
Yeah, he's not cynical.
Yes,
he is. I mean, for those of you that have met Jimmy or watch Jimmy stream, and by the way, watch Jimmy stream. It's on Page One Comics. He's got a YouTube channel, and yeah, he is the opposite of a cynical person.
He is the opposite of a cynical person. All right, the next super chat comes from Jordan It's Seward, right? C-S-E-S-E-A. I never said Seward. I don't think I did. If I did, I don't know why I did, because it's Seward. Anyway, Jordan, it's all your fault, by the way, for last week. Jordan is a super chat for $5.49. Jordan says, I finally finished my Skillshare course. Yay!
Oh, that's great. Well, congratulations. Does he mean that he's doing his own course? Like he's putting up?
I think yours.
Okay. Well, either way, thank you. Thank you if you're doing mine. I appreciate it.
And thank you for the super chat.
Yes.
And then a super chat from Belisa.
I don't like that.
I don't know if I said that right. For $5. Belisa says, hey, David, it's nice to see you streaming. I'm a big fan of your work since the new Avengers days. Your work is a major inspiration to me.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's always really nice to hear. I mean, I know who my inspirations are, and, the idea of being able to help inspire someone else is very nice.
Erica Scott says, how do you send a super chat that says stuff? Erica, just all caps it and I'll watch for it, because you've super chatted twice now. there's clearly a trick to it. So, Artsy Bible Nerd, the podcast or the stream, it's not a podcast because I did a video chat, says it's Creatively Christian. That's the one that I did the interview for. It's coming in January, so you guys watch for it. And of course, we'll mention it before it comes out on the stream to remind you, because you went and saw Dave on Friday. Don't you want to see me in person? This is your chance. Not on the stream. Crayfish Forever has a super chat for $10. Thank you so much, Crayfish. Hi, Dave and Meredith. Please wish my daughter, Naima, I hope I said that right, a happy 13th birthday. She hasn't missed a stream. Plus, Finch Flock beard comb. Well, first of all, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Naima. Happy 13th birthday to you. Thank you so much for being part of the stream. And
Yes,
I hope
thank you. Happy birthday.
I really hope I said your name right, but happy birthday from both of us. You guys are going to wish that, because now I'm singing all the time. The only song I can sing, happy birthday. Anthony G says I'd buy a Finch Flock beard comb just for the irony. Erica Scott is another $1 super chat. Erica, I'm watching for your all caps. Just all caps it. You've done another super chat for $1. So we're watching. I'll watch for it. Nick Lenz has a super chat for $2. Hi, David Meredith.
Hi, Nick. Thank you very much.
Kenny Wang says, Dave, how do you draw teeth without making them look creepy as heck?
Yeah, I just had that happen here just a little bit, and I still feel like it looks a little. Let me fix it. She's too thick here. And I'm running out of.
It's like you just draw when I watch you draw teeth, I'm going to talk for you. You never draw the actual lines in the teeth. You always hint at the line and just draw like the curvature and shadow the curvature of the teeth.
Now that you mentioned it, yeah, I'm going to show you. Just give me a second here. We're having technical difficulties. I don't like how this is looking. I looked up at the screen and I'm like, oh no, it's too much.
Everybody on the stream is awesomely trying to help Erica super chat with something. So thank you to Paul Essenson and everybody else. I just happened to see Paul helping Erica backtrack. Who were helping Erica so that.
Okay. So teeth. We're gonna run out of room. It's gonna be on the back of this. All right. So I've got my mouth again. I need to give it a little bit of shadow just to kind of give them a place where they're sitting. Okay, so it's a mess, but we're drawing the teeth, not the mouth. So the way that I would start is you got your line for your teeth here. Your eye teeth are kind of here and here. I'm gonna lighten all that down. And you want your teeth to curve inward. I mean like this. So they don't go straight up and down. So your center one, it would be here. Another one. And then my eye tooth is actually way too far out there. Let's fix it. And they get thinner as they go around. And I'll mirror that on the bottom here. And so there's my teeth, but I can shadow these ones quite a bit. If I've got my lighting from here, certainly I can. And I'll shadow some of this, bring that in. And then for the ones that are toward the center, I could just put like just a little bit where the ends of the teeth kind of connect. You have to be very careful because too much detail does make it start to look really creepy. So it depends on the type of character you're drawing. And this is a pretty close-up mouth, so I can get away with quite a bit more. This is all going to be a bit of a dark cavity in here. And so, yeah, there you go. And so, yeah, you want to keep it, you want to have the teeth. I think it'd almost even look better just to leave it light like that. So you want to indicate the teeth, but not go overboard, because it really will make them look really overdone, especially in a smile, like especially in a woman's smile, like I'm screwing up right over here. So let me use a little more whiteout. I turned it over and my whiteout stuck to the other page.
So apparently this is only Jimmy's third marriage. He was like, I was only kidding. It's only my third, but I was sweet about it. As you fix her teeth. Oh, and Erica wants to know if you could do a twisting torso mini tutorial. That seems to be like
it is definitely a theme, yeah.
Yeah, I think it needs to be actually not a mini tutorial, but maybe next Tuesdays.
Well, I've already got my next Tuesday
tutorial
planned, but yeah, I'm going to have to do something with that. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to have to leave that for a minute. It's rare that you can tell I'm drawing a female face with a different expression. It's all falling apart. You wonder if I have artistic limitations. Here you go.
You aren't limited. Oh, I lost. Oh, Nick Lenz is on here tonight. Nick says, for $2 super chat, I reviewed your run for New Avengers.
Oh, great. Like recently or back in the day?
Well, New Avengers would be back in the day. And then
Are we looking for time here? Yeah, I'm kind of
I'm
moving a little
I
slow.
want to make sure I get all the super chats. Nick Lenz has another super chat for $2. Nick says, Meredith, I've read all the books you've written. Thank you so much, Nick.
There we go. That's what I want.
Even Tales from Oz, my first one.
Wow. Yeah, that goes back.
Kevin Mandeville says, I'm asking. Tell Dave I'm still working on getting that Megadeth cover gig. I'll keep you posted.
Thanks. I'm holding out hope.
Keith Dotson says, my birthday is tomorrow. Sing it again.
We cannot start turning it into you singing happy birthday
song. It's Meredith only. Happy birthday.
Dave, where did your stream all go wrong? Why did you stop doing the stream?
Meredith started singing happy birthday to everybody on the stream.
Yeah, Meredith found out that it's copyright free.
And she wouldn't stop singing. Stop. Is it that bad?
No.
Is this where you make one of your faces at the camera and everybody laughs?
Who told you that?
You did.
I did not. I wouldn't have said that.
Nick Lenz. There's no secrets in this house, people. We pretend, but there's really no secrets in this house. Because I will always find the ice cream container in the garbage.
No idea what you're talking about.
Nick Lenz is another super chat for $2. Meredith, how did the Conan comic come about? That's a good question. I feel like we were at Boston Comic Con. Is that where we were?
Okay, before you go on.
All right.
This one is finished. So, we lost Eric. What happened to Eric?
How did you lose Eric?
I don't know. There he is. Okay. So
Panic at the Disco.
So we're going to set our 5 minutes right now. And while Eric is getting everything set up, I wanted to show you guys.
Everybody has to chat in the next 5 minutes to get this. That you have to chat?
Yes, you have to chat. Something in the chat in the next.
Keep up.
Right. Okay, but while we do that, let me share screen. Entire screen. Allow. Okay. So Meredith has at Cave Pictures. Where is it on here? Because when I opened it, oh, here it is. So Meredith has the Book of Ruth coming up. I'm gonna click on it.
It's available.
New Cave publication, the Book of Ruth. Check out Cave's latest publication, an original graphic novel by Meredith Finch, adapted
out in September.
Out in September. And so, it gives you some preview pages, and you can order it on their website. Is that right?
Yep. So, and I just got another review for another book that I did for them. The Light Princess.
Oh, yes. And so what am I supposed to say about that?
You can also order them on the website, which I asked you to show that one too.
Shoot. Okay, hold on.
All right.
Moving around here.
I'm not important. I know.
I had the window open. I just didn't know where to look. Well, here it is, Light Princess, a princess cursed with weightlessness.
You can buy that book too.
Yeah.
That's
So, and a beautiful book is drawn by Renee DeLiz and colored by her husband,
Ray Dillon.
Ray Dillon. Incredibly well done. They did a beautiful job. And yeah, so I thought it was a great book. So, and also I want to mention, I've got my Red Sonja cover available, Indiegogo. It's a Dynamite cover for Nick Barucci, who we had as a guest 2 weeks ago. He's a great guest. And we're at 18,500. Well, that's Canadian, so I don't know what it would be in American dollars. But anyway, it's doing great. So thank you all really so much for that. I really appreciate the support. I can't tell you. So yeah, and it's coming along. It's got a bunch of different versions that you can buy. A really old picture of me up, and
a really old picture.
Yeah, pretty old. You can get a lithograph and sketch cover, and anyway, you know. Bunch of stuff. I'm the worst salesman. And then I also, this is the last thing. Did I have it up here? Yes. Okay. And then there's my Batman cover, and this is available on Comic Sketch Art. All the links are in the description below. And so, yeah. And we've been showing this one quite a bit. So chances are you guys have seen this, but here it is. Anyway, I keep clicking, waiting for a bigger picture. But yeah, there's my Batman cover. They have a bunch of different versions. There's a black and white version. So I would really appreciate the support if you guys, you know, are fans of Batman, and this is something that you would enjoy. All right. So back to Eric. Well, back to, let me come out of the
5 minutes.
I don't know, but I do. Oh, wait. Hey, we're back. All I had to do is click on that. That's great. Okay. So how are we looking for time?
So there's 177 eligible users. Pretty sure we can get that above 200 if people want to.
Okay. All right. Let's wait. Let's go over 200.
Yeah.
While we do that, I can tell Nick how Conan came about. I was at Boston Comic Con with Dave, and we ended up running into CB Sobalski, who we all know is editor-in-chief at Marvel. We've been friends with CB for a while. CB was like, "Hey, Meredith, you're writing now?" Because this is the first time we've run into him really since I started writing. He's like, "I've got some stuff coming up. Do you want to do a project for, you know, X, Y, or Z?" And I was like, "Oh, let's do Conan." And that's how it came about. And then from Conan came Valeria. And the rest is history. And Nick has another super chat. Nick says, "You for $2." Nick says, "You guys are one of 2 creator couples I've met." And then Nick also said, David, first super with another super chat, that he recently reviewed your new Avengers.
Oh, okay. Well, great. Well, thank you. Hopefully you liked it. No.
And then there's a super chat from Ghetto Comic for $2. Thank you so much, Ghetto Comic. And also, Nick, thanks for being like reading all my stuff and reviewing Dave's stuff. We wouldn't be anywhere without people to get word of our comics out there. So thank you. Mike DeFonte has another super chat for $5. Mike says, "Meredith, thank you for trying to get my Portuguese name that originated in France right. Much appreciated." So
Oh, that
great. Means I did not get it right.
Oh,
even though I tried. I'm sorry, Mike.
But he appreciates that you tried.
I appreciate the appreciation.
Yeah. See,
I do try. Because I'm like, it feels French. I felt a little French.
Yeah. Is he from Portugal or from Brazil?
The name originated in France. So,
but you said it's Portuguese.
But then if it's French, it would be Defont.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think it would be Defonte. I don't know. Where's my French emerging kid when I need him? Jeffrey Niffen has a super chat for $4.99. Jeffrey says, "Looking good, great, Dave. Definitely getting your course after the holidays. Inking tutorial was terrific. Afraid to use my sable brush."
Yeah, me too. And thank you very much, Jeffrey. I appreciate it.
There's 200 eligible users.
200. All right, so are we ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, here we go. Drum roll.
David has a drum roll, doesn't he?
I do have a drum roll.
You do have a drum roll.
Oh, no, I don't. I only have a rim shot.
Well, rim shot, whatever.
Okay, we'll do a rim shot. There you go.
So bad.
Oh, I need to. And they're programmable. Yeah.
All right.
That soundboard.
Danielle Carrier. I will put it in the chat. It'll probably get lost in the storm, but
congratulations, Danielle.
Yeah, congratulations. That's great.
All right.
All right. That's awesome. So we're one down.
One down. Moving on to which one?
Now we're going to move on to, I think we said Daredevil. Next.
Daredevil. All right.
So it looks like backtrack tagged Danielle. I will do the same. And Danielle, if you can just contact me on Discord, if you can DM me, and I'll get your details from you.
Awesome.
Good, thanks.
Best.
All right. Thanks,
All right.
Eric.
All right, no problem.
Talk to you in,
Talk to you shortly.
hopefully not
Yep.
too long.
Sounds
Shortly.
good.
All right. Have Fish. I have a super chat from Have Fish for $4. Have Fish is funding FinchCon. So we've sold our first ticket for FinchCon for $4.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that might be in our basement, our unfinished basement at the new house. It might be BYOB. Oh, Kenny's like, guess what? It's my birthday. Kenny Wang, no. Someone's gonna ban Kenny. Artsy Designs, $5 as a super chat. Congrats, guys! I saw Spum at No Magic. Anyway, can you switch thing for Darth Vader in honor of David Prowse? Oh, I forgot to mention that to you. He passed away.
That's that's true. Oof, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. The one thing I would say is it's just going to take a little bit of reference. So, but that's all right. I can do that.
I'll sing in the background while you look up reference.
All right. Great.
Everybody loves that. I'll make it my own song. I'll sing another song that I used to sing to my kids when they were babies. I'll sing the garden. I'll sing the singing garden song. That one I know has not been copyrighted.
This is like every show that we do, like every single Monday, there's always a point in the thing where I'm thinking, oh man, I can't mute you. I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out because, it's going off the rails.
You can't mute me every show. You have a point where you're like, oh my gosh.
Every time.
I can't mute her.
Without fail.
That's awesome. I love you too.
Yeah.
So awesome. When I got all of those, all right. That's love, people. When you think to yourself, I can't mute my wife.
It's love. All right.
All right. L3 Sec says orange juice and chicken sticks upon brush and cheese. That sounds like a dinner that Isaac would make.
I'm sorry. What?
Orange juice and chicken sticks and cheese.
Yeah, it really does.
That sounds like Isaac's ideal meal.
Yeah. Maybe not stacked on top of.
Maybe that's just their way of getting on the super chat. All right. Nick Lenz has a $2 super chat. Meredith, is there a comic you would love to write? Right now, I just love to have the time to write, Nick. That's the truth. I do think there is, but I also feel like every comic I write is really specific to whatever's going on in my life at the time. Which sounds like kind of I don't know, like it sounds, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say
pretentious.
Pretentious. I was going to say pedantic, but that wasn't the word I was looking for. Pretentious. But that's true. Like every story I've written has come from a place of something I've been going through at the time or just prior to. So I don't know. I would love to do magic. I always throw magic out there. I feel like I would love to do a magic comic. I feel like I'm much more fantasy-based characters are more my wheelhouse than true superheroes.
I think it's because what you love.
It is what I love.
I think you could draw, or you could write true superheroes just fine. It's just not really what you're.
Write what you love. I'm not saying I couldn't write true like a superhero comic. I just love to write. I just have an affinity for the fantasy. Tagamo Model Works has a super chat for $5. Thank you so much for doing these streams. I never thought I'd see a show that mixes Bob Ross with the Connors. Oh my gosh.
Well, thank you very much.
It's because you just wish you could meet me. That was where that came from.
That reminds me, somebody on the inking video, somebody asked if I could do a video on drawing trees. And I thought, you know what, that would actually be a lot of fun.
And then you thought Bob Ross.
Yeah, and I thought I should do it with a big Bob Ross wig video.
I'll get you one. Although it's not Halloween anymore, so it might be
a little harder.
And we have to do book of the week sometime too. It's already 9 o'clock. We have not done book of the week.
Okay, I could just do that.
All right, do you want to just do book of the week?
You know what? I just finished the underdrawing basically, so I think it's a good time to break. All right.
I'm just gonna copy and make sure I don't miss any super chats.
And the nice thing is, this is a character without big flowing hair, so it'll be a little quicker. All right. So this book is New York by Olivier Vatine. I already did an Olivier Vatine early on. I did Aqua Blue. This is a more recent book. Not that recent, probably, really, but more recent for me. I've had it for a few years, and it's an incredible book. This is all brushwork, and I highly doubt he's really putting much of a pencil in there to start at all. And just, you know, his use of shapes and lighting is absolutely amazing. He is also the nicest guy. I don't know if I mentioned, but I bought a piece of artwork from him last year in New York at the convention, and I got to talk to him a little bit, and yeah, he was great. So it's always nice to meet your heroes. Move my microphone. And you know, I've had people say, how do you draw water? Well, Olivier Vatine. I mean, look at that. I'm cutting it off, but check that water out. It's incredible. And it's so, I love that the detail is great, but just the contrast, you know, he's got the light here with, it's all surrounded with dark. And I mean, I couldn't do it effectively, I think, without looking at something like this. And, you know, great water here. I love just he's got like a real widescreen format, which is very popular nowadays. I'm so cut off the screen here. I'm trying to, you know what? Let me lift my camera. See if I can get a little more of this in. There we go. That's better. So yeah, just beautiful composition. And I love this whole scene with the tree. And yeah, I mean, everything that he does just looks like a movie. I love his figures. I tend to really look at his stuff for the backgrounds, but I really just enjoy it for what it is. It's all in French, so I can't read it, but you know, that's all right. Looking at the pictures. Yeah, there are things, I'm looking at the camera and it some of the darker stuff you really can't even see, but like the composition in this shot here is absolutely breathtaking. It's beautiful. It's, you know, comes all the way from here all the way through to the bottom. I'm sure that there is, you know, I don't think that there's just an easy, clean way to learn beautiful composition like that. I think that you can learn the rules and then, you know, it's looking at shots like this and breaking it down and trying your own versions. And Meredith is snapping her fingers. I'm taking too long.
I'm not snapping my fingers. Not at all. Not at all snapping my fingers.
The rocks here, I've taken a bunch of times.
Suggesting that you might be taking a significant amount of time.
Okay, you can even see the brushwork in here. And I've pulled out, so it's hard to see, but so you can see where the brush is kind of, please, you're making it worse. So yeah, this is all just sketched in with a brush, you know. It's just beautiful, beautiful stuff. And anyway, the whole book is incredible. Now I'm going to end up, because of Meredith, skipping through everything really quickly, which is a shame because it's
because
great.
They want to buy the book. You want them to go buy the book.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like we need our own art store.
Oh, I lost my, please tell me I didn't, hopefully I didn't close something. We're back. I think we never left. It was just my mouse. All right. Anyway, yeah, it's a beautiful book. There's every shot in here is just so beautiful. I'm running out of words. So yeah. If you get the chance to find this book,
too many times.
It is, yeah, New York. And I think New York, it took me forever to figure it out. That's New York, and it's post-apocalyptic. I didn't realize that for ages. But yeah, Olivier Vatine, I think he actually might have written this one too. He's the only name on the cover. But yeah, beautiful stuff. So highly recommend it.
All right. I had to read this comment because it was funny before I get back to Super Chats.
Okay. Dennis
Kelly says, very awesome, Harley. My wife loves your Harley and Wonder Woman. I will assimilate her into the flock.
Well, thank you very much.
So funny. I couldn't help myself. Kevin Mandeville, Super Chat for $1.99. Dave, are you reading any current monthly comics?
I am not reading anything monthly right now. I'm looking at the death metal stuff. Anything by Greg Capullo, I always look at, and I'm getting them because I did the covers, which makes it very convenient. But yeah, I'm not really reading anything monthly. I tend to, if you look at my shelf, like you guys saw my shelves earlier on, it's all books for the most part. I try and avoid
trades. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all trades. So,
not as much of a monthly comic writer or reader.
Yes, I end up reading the trades.
So then that would answer also cancel stuff. Current X-Men you love to work on. Nick Lenz has a question, super chat for $2. Current X-Men you love to work on.
Current X-Men. Gosh. Chris Claremont's doing some stuff with X-Men. That would be fun. That I could see doing something with.
With Chris, yeah. Going back.
He's a legend.
Back in time. Yeah, absolutely.
And he's still got it. He's still a phenomenal writer.
Did Daniel Castelli win the super chat? The Harley Quinn?
No.
Who was it that won?
Let's see if Eric can let us know. So, Eric. I keep catching him off guard.
I'm looking for the mic button.
The delay.
It was
Daniel Castelli?
No, it was Danielle Carrier.
Oh,
Okay.
I will
So that's why Daniel Castelli is super chatting me saying, this giveaway was rigged. I easily won. I demand a recount. Expect to hear from Rudy Giuliani soon. That's super chat for $4.99.
Okay, so I still haven't received a message from Danielle. So if you can go ahead and DM me on Discord, and we'll get your details for you.
Perfect. See, it was all serendipitous that we came back to you anyway.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Next super chat.
All right. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Let Eric go. He's like, just let me go. I
Thanks,
don't want
Eric.
to be here. SCS Powerlifting for $5. I think we need a bad guy drawn. We need Loki up in here. That's true, but Darth Vader counts.
And he is a bad guy.
Tonight, he's a bad guy, and he did pass. So
Yes.
this week we'll do Darth Vader. But I do agree we do need more bad guys.
We do. And I love bad guys. I love drawing bad guys.
Yeah, why are you not drawing more bad guys?
I don't know.
Sheldon Martin super chat for $5. Hey Dave, can you regale us with another Michael Turner story or any Top Cow story?
Well, gee, yeah, Michael Turner. I'm thinking, I've got a million, but then when you say it like that, I'm like, oh, geez, I don't know. It's like, I remember, because I sat right beside him. Like his desk was actually facing me in the back of the studio for years, and I remember we were all doing like cyber type stuff with like the shiny metal and all that kind of thing. And Mike really wanted to do something much more grounded and down to earth. And, so he drew Sarah Pizzini with a computer at her desk, and it was a computer, like a tower, like an actual. And I remember thinking, what are you doing? And I actually said something to him. I'm like, you can't do that. It's comic books. It's got to be like this huge, crazy, thing.
We should have bad guy night.
Yeah, we should. Anyway, and Mike, he knew what he was doing, and it was a look that no one else was going for at the time. And I think it's really easy to look at Top Cow and say, Mike was very prototypical for the Top Cow look, but what it's easy to forget is that Top Cow very much took on Mike's personality after he had so much success. And so, what he did with Witchblade was truly revolutionary from anything I saw at Wildstorm or Top Cow at the time. And he really stuck to his guns. I mean, it's easy in a studio environment. You learn a lot, but you also can, there's a bit of a hive mind that can happen, and you have to be a strong personality to resist that. He really knew what he wanted, which was always very impressive. Yeah, I've got like stories just about, like Mike, not just the artist, but I'm not a good storyteller. And off the top of my head, I'm like, what? You met Mike?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me a good Mike story, Mary.
I don't. I met Mike. Like, really, when I met Mike, he was sick.
He was. It's true, yeah.
And, so.
I remember you really got along with him, though.
Handsome.
Hey.
Funny.
I mean, he was.
Charismatic.
Yes.
Good artist. Totally not the kind of guy I'm attracted to.
There, I looked at the camera.
I love you so much.
But yeah, no, he by the time you met him, he was.
Yeah, he was already set.
Yeah, I don't know if I said this before, but
honestly, when I met Mike, it was I was still relatively new into like meeting common people, and it all just kind of washed over me with a wave. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And you would
never
know people, but when you first get into when you start meeting people at comic conventions as a spouse, it's overwhelming, and you can't take everybody in. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just it's another wall of people. It was like, oh, another Top Cow person, another Top. Like, I mean, obviously the Top Cow people because you would actually go out with them.
Yeah.
So I got to know them better. But all right, next super chat comes from Mr. Papa for $4.99. Mr. Papa says, "Hello, you two. Dave, when you get a chance, can you please do a tutorial on hands?"
Yes, that is actually coming up. So here's where I'm at.
So do hands and twisted torsos, because did you write that down? Don't you have a little piece of paper there where you're
Okay,
writing
here we go.
stuff down?
Hold on, I'll write it down because I don't know, but okay.
I can write it down, but I'm not here when you do your tutorials. And people really want FinchCon apparently. But if we do FinchCon, you're all gonna have to fly here. I don't know how that's gonna work. SCS Powerlifting super chat. Did I say this? I already read super chat for the Loki. I might have Patches is late, Kevin Mandeville. Patches is not here yet. She was sitting on the couch with us earlier. Nick Lenz for $2 says the other comic creator couple he knows is Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti. Great people.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
And then Have a Fish has a $2 super chat. Says Have a Fish says, if we're doing a bad guy, I would like Victor Von Doom. Dr. Doom.
Oh, I like that one too.
It's pretty good. We need to have like bad guy night.
This is why I actually
head night.
This is part honestly the first couple of okay, you go.
I was gonna say next giveaway is t-shirts and villains only. How about that? 100,000. Because we're evil.
Okay, so I will say this, Meredith. I am not going
that.
to this far out just lock it in like that because I want.
You want to?
Well, I'd like to be able to do the show and then have people that are actually watching that show. Because it's kind of a shame when it's all locked in months before.
That's true.
As much as I think that's a great idea and I love it, I would totally do it.
It's a bad night. We need a bad guy night though.
We do.
So let's make a bad guy night.
All right. I do love the idea. It's not like I'm, against it. I just don't want to, Anyway.
Ross Klein says, Merritt, that's an amazing idea. You guys should have your own comic store chain. We actually should put links to all your books of the week through your Amazon Associates program.
I got rid of my Amazon Associates thing. I never, I don't know. I guess I should do it again. The problem is that the links change and I'm so busy here that I would just lose track. And next thing you know, I had people saying, you know what, your links are out of date. And I just did not have time to be, it was not enough time in the day. Anyway, I just want to say quickly before we go into another chat, Meredith.
Yes.
The next tutorial that's coming up next, I've got hands, which I need to do. I also want to do a tutorial on Clip Studio. So that one's coming up either next. I was actually, to be honest with you, I was planning on next, but I might just do hands next because it seems like a very popular request. Actually, in the last video, a lot of people were asking for it. So it might be hands next and then Clip Studio.
But twisted torsos, because people are always asking how you twist a torso.
I know, but the problem is I have, things I need to do too. So yeah, I wish I could do everything like this week, but so that's the schedule. And then we'll do torsos the week after.
Nick Lenz, that's another super chat for $2. Nick says, how did you guys meet Kat from Comic Frontline? Have we met Kat from Comic Frontline? I don't know. I don't know if we
Didn't you do interviews for Comic Frontline?
I don't know. What do I know? I barely remember if I ate breakfast this morning.
You know what this means, right? So Kat from Comic Frontline is going to email you and say, are you kidding me right now? And you're going to be like, oh, yeah.
Oh, that cat. There's so many cats.
It is true.
I'm going to Google cat. Comic Frontline. Oh, Kat. Yeah, Kat. Okay, stop. Yes. Kat Uno from Comic Frontline. Yes, I love Kat. She's the best. And she's writing and doing her own comics too. So yes, I did. What was the question? How did I meet Kat? I think they approached me back when because Comic Frontline used to be big supporters of Zenescope stuff.
Yes.
So when I was doing Little Mermaid and their Tales of Terror stuff, that's when I first met all those guys from Comic Frontline. That is awful. Like my brain is so shut down
I knew the minute you saw it because I was pretty sure that.
Yeah, I'm like, where is that? How do I
remember.
know that?
I remember,
yes.
and I knew you would remember.
Yeah. See, I just had to do that because it seemed like we both knew like how, but it was me specifically how to I meet Cat. They're and Jay and they're Spider Mike. They're all great. Love the comic frontline guys. Kevin, and if they have a channel and they review books all the time and they do like streams, so you should totally watch them. Yeah. Shout out for them because they're awesome.
Yeah, they're great. Kevin
Mandevil has a super chat for $1.99. Can we get a Thing versus Dr. Doom piece 1 week? Did I read this already?
Thing versus Dr. Doom.
Yeah. Oh. Super chat for $1.99. Now you're thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't have to super chat for that one. Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, I got to do that. I've got a few that are kind of like on the docket, and we'll be here for a while. We got time. So, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we are not going to run out. You guys keep us busy, and so we will keep on.
And I look at it this way. I want to take requests, and I will definitely. I'm doing requests, of course, right? But at the same time, I want to draw the pictures that I really want to draw sometimes. So, like Spawn last week, I really wanted to draw Spawn. So that's why that one happened. And yeah, now the Thing versus Dr. Doom. That would very much fall into I would want to draw that
card. To do that.
Yeah, so
All right, next super chat comes from Nick Lenz for $2. Nick says, Dave, how did you meet Bendis?
Trying to think. Okay, so the first time I worked with Bendis, I was drawing Ultimate X-Men, and Bendis had just taken over from Mark Millar, who was the writer when I was on the book, just for a couple issues. I took over after Adam Kubert. And with Bendis coming onto the book, I was the artist currently. We hadn't worked together before, and I know I found this out later. I think I said this before, but he had concerns that I wouldn't be able to draw regular kinds of, or like characters that are thinner, like Spider-Man, that kind of thing. And so they had me do the cover for the book, and didn't tell me that it was essentially a tryout. I had no idea that if Bendis wouldn't have liked it, I would have been like, and they would have been nice about it. They would have said, oh, we have this other opportunity over here. What do you think? I would have said, okay, sure. But yeah, no, it worked out. He was happy with it. They told me, fortunately for me, exactly what they were looking for. And so, it's always a lot easier when you know what somebody wants. And it was, I had done I'd been at Top Cow for 7 years. I'd been at Marvel for a year, but toward the end of Top Cow, I really wasn't working regularly. I mean, I was, it's not like I couldn't get work. I just was lazy, and I had really hurt my career quite a bit by doing that. And when I got to Marvel, it was a rebuild. And actually, Nick Barucci was on the show a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about that. And it's totally true. It really was. And so, yeah, coming on to X-Men, it's not like I was an institution on that book, to say the least. And anyway, so long story short, it worked out. He was happy enough with the picture. At that point, I talked to him on the phone, and he is like the nicest guy. He's incredibly supportive, and he put up with a lot of stuff for me too. Like, really, I was not easy to work with. I was a basket case. I don't know if you can tell that by listening to me on the stream right now, but yeah, I was really going through like, oh no, are people gonna like what I'm doing? Is it all gonna fall apart? Kind of a thing. And he was really dealing with that with me, but he was very patient with it. And he also, ironic for me to be saying this as I'm talking a mile a minute, but man, he talks a mile a minute. He really does. Like there were times I'm like, I can't get a word in edgewise. Like he'd get excited about what he's got going on, and he's very animated about it. So it really made it rewarding to work with him. It's nothing like working with somebody that gets excited about what they do like that,
Absolutely.
And the first time I actually met him in person, it was a convention. It was at a convention, I think maybe Boston, actually. Not long after. It would have been, I guess, 2003. Yeah, there you go.
Cool. All right. Next super chat comes from, I'm getting spammed by our kid.
Yeah.
Erica Scott has a super chat for $2. Erica finally managed to work out how to type into the super chat. Congratulations, Erica. Erica says, we need a new Universal Park called Finch World.
Like Wally World?
Like Wally World.
Yeah.
Instead of Find Waldo, it's Find Dave.
I love it. Instead of mouse ears, we'll just have like a big bald cap.
That's right.
Everybody looks good in that.
That's right. Everybody looks good bald. We have a couple super chats I've not gotten to yet. Kevin Mandeville has a super chat for $1.99. I bet Dave draws a killer Two-Face or Scarecrow. He does. That is truth.
Yeah, those would be fun too. This is actually part of the reason why I wanted to settle on some sketches early on, is because as it goes on, everybody, like, there's such good suggestions. I'm like, oh, I want to draw this, I want to draw that, and yeah, those are some good choices for sure.
Claudio Rogojan has a super chat for $2. Claudio wants to know, why do you make the horn stick out so much?
I like it that way. This is, so my favorite Daredevil is Joe Quesada's Daredevil. He did it with Kevin Smith, who I met. I have a picture to prove it. Now, that's one of those, like, you go to a convention and you pay money and they take a picture. Whatever, I still met him. Anyway.
Got in line.
Yeah, got in line.
That guy met John Travolta.
You know what, actually.
And Lucy Lawless.
That day, though.
Funneled in and funneled out.
I did the Fat Man on Batman show with him.
Oh, yeah, you did.
And so I wanted, but he was like busy the whole, anyway, so they brought me in to where he's doing those, and I talked to him for a minute, and then we took a picture, which I was thrilled about. So I did actually get to
Jay
meet
and
him.
Silent Bob.
Yeah, Jay and Silent Bob. Anyway, now I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, right, yeah, the horns. He did those kinds of horns. Joe Quesada, I really liked it, so that's kind of always been my go-to.
Yeah, you like Joe.
Yeah, it's like,
Joe.
Yes, it's like the Todd McFarlane big Spider-Man eyes. I've always been a fan of that, And I think also because I've never really drawn, I have drawn. Actually, what am I even saying? I've drawn Daredevil a bunch.
I don't know what you're saying.
Forget it.
You've even done painted covers of Daredevil.
I know. Okay, forget it.
So, Dave is. This is the day the chat broke Dave. Next super chat, Jack of Clubs for £9.99. I'm finding it hard to differentiate between dynamic, general, plebe gestures, and super gestures. Both are main characters, but the balance feels off.
Both are main characters.
Any thoughts? Like a superhero gesture versus a general person gesture. Like how I would gesture versus how you would gesture.
Okay, so I'm going to have a guy. He's standing there. He's looking at us like at this kind of angle here. So this is his front, and he's pointing. So he's like, hey, there's like this thing over here, and his other hand's kind of down. Maybe he should be looking at where he's pointing. There, that's a little better. And something you can do, I really like, since this shoulder's up, I'm going to lift this shoulder on this side is up. I'm going to lift the other side of the hips. So it gives him, he's kind of putting his weight on this leg. And I give him a foot. For all you can't draw a foot. I'm getting that a lot in the comments, by the way, because I keep joking about it. And I keep drawing characters on rocks.
Stop reading the comments.
No, I can't, because look, it's not people trying to say, oh, you're a terrible person. And everybody else is in the comments too. So yeah, and there he is with his feet. He's got most of his weight on this foot, and so this hip is lifted. And so that's like a regular person kind of a gesture. And so if I was going to draw a superhero version of that, let me make sure I'm actually, I'm going to erase some of what I've got there. Just give me a little more room. All right. So for my superhero version, first of all, he's going to be bigger. And then I'm going to make that hand quite a bit bigger. The chest has popped out more. Look at that. It helps if you make sound effects while you're on. I could still actually, this shoulder's raised, so I could still lift that hip. I'm going to spread his legs out further. Now, I am skipping his feet because they're in the beard, so cut me some slack. And then on the other hand, I'm going to put it out, and it's a big fist, So it's out like this. So it's just making things broader, So he's not just standing there. He's taking up more space. You know what? A way to think about it is you see a police officer and they are, on the job and they stop somebody that they think is a criminal and they do that big wide stance. It's like the intimidating, like taking up a lot of space. That's a superhero.
All right.
But more so.
Next super chat question comes from Stephen King for $10. Longtime watcher, first time chatter. Any tips for drawing legs? I have trouble tracking the muscles when the leg is in different positions.
And thank you very much for the super chat. All right, so here we go. All right, let's see what we can do. Okay, so you got, I'm just going to draw the upper leg because generally that's what people tend to have more trouble with anyway. So here's your knee. On the front of the leg, you've got your 3 muscle kind of a system that's just like this. There's a tendon that goes down under the knee like this. And this is a bit of a mess, but the point is placement. And then from the side, I'm going to draw it from the inside of the leg. This muscle here rides up to about here. This tendon rides all the way along here. The center muscle is there. You can see just a little bit of the lobe of the bottom muscle there. Anyway, there's your knee. And there you go. That's the inside of the leg. And then from the outside, there's your hip bone. So here is this muscle here, the center muscle, and now you only see a little bit of this muscle because it's on the other side. This muscle here tends to have a tendon that runs down. So I'm going to kind of draw that tendon in. And then the buttocks muscle kind of connects under here. And there's like muscles in there. I'm the worst with these kinds of, you know what? The truth is I learned some of this anatomy years ago and I have like forgotten so much of it. And you end up with a shorthand and teaching it. Look at what a mess that is, but whatever, it's a leg. So anyway, the point is you need to be able to draw different angles like that from the right angle. But where people run into trouble and where I can run into trouble, I'm going to draw a leg kind of from the outside. So I've got a character that is standing at a 3/4, basically. Let me sharpen my pencil. And it's easy to draw that leg is, I'm going to do it. So I could draw my leg. Here it is. There's my knee. There's all my detail in there. But I've got that leg totally turned out. And so I don't want to do that. I want to remember that my leg is turned in. So you're going to see a lot less of that. The knee is going to be pointed this way. You'll see more of the side of the leg here. And so your center muscle will be more here. So it's riding along the top, basically. Your butt. So yeah, you want to make sure to get that angle right. And so, draw a line down the center of your leg here. And just remember that that line goes through the center of this center muscle between these 2 muscles. And that should help. Now for, this one here.
Dave, you're never going to get your Batman.
I know, but it's a good question.
Or your Daredevil, rather.
Anyway, so that's kind of, now I genuinely wish I could say, here's this example and I'm sure that there is an example that you have in mind and I'm not quite covering that and I apologize, but yeah, hopefully that's somewhat helpful. All right. Next
super chat comes from Nick Lenz again for $2. Nick says, would you describe Bendis as a big fan?
As
of you, maybe?
No. I would describe Bendis as someone who got very, very frustrated. So let me tell you how the whole thing ended with me and Bendis. We were on Avengers and I was going through a really difficult time because you know what? You put your work out there and you get criticism, but online nowadays, I wasn't used to that. I was used to, back in the old days of Talk Cow, the only time I would ever talk to comic fans is at conventions and everybody's very positive there, I went on to, it was Comic Book Resources at the time. There were a couple of message boards and people really hated the work I was doing on Avengers. Some very vocal people, especially people that were really used to the way Avengers was before because we made a lot of changes. And I had a really hard time with that. Now, Bendis, having been around the block a little bit more in dealing with that, kept saying, ignore this stuff, don't let it, whatever. He was trying to like work me through it. I quit 3 times. The first 2 times he said, or the first time he said, he would talk me through it. The second time he talked me through it again. But he said, you quit again. Like eventually I can't keep doing this forever. I'm going to have to move on. And we will never work together again. He was very frustrated. And I quit again. And we have never worked together again. Now I did a cover for a book that he did. So there's something. And for all I know, because, I have not talked to him in years. Maybe he's over it. Maybe he's not. If he's not, I certainly don't blame him. I did everything to make his life miserable for, a good portion of the time we were working together. And that's unfortunate, but it's true.
All right. Next super chat comes from Sombernaut. Hey, Dave, for 5 reals. Hey, Dave and Mara, thanks for streaming. Would you mind talking a little bit about how you plan your rendering? Do you just follow the shadows?
Okay, yes. So I follow the shadows. I've got a shadow drawn. I don't want to draw just on this one here, but and I draw toward the light source. But I also know, like here, for instance, I've got this whole kind of a shape running down his face, and I can draw from all the way from here, a line all the way down like this, and it will work because it has an overall flow over that form. I could also come up along here, and so I want to think in terms of planning my render lines, because not only do they create a softness from dark to light, but they also can really give your form some shape and flow. And so like here, I'm rounding just around the shape in a very simple way. And I could also go along the shape vertically like this. And that's it. And I want to make sure that if my lines are coming across here, that they line up on the other side and I'm not coming off the other way, like coming off in any other direction, because it will really hurt the form. And so it's always a bit of planning like that. Something I really like doing is, so I'm going to start directly upwards with this and then just start curving more toward light as I go ahead. That was the worst example. It really didn't show up there. I'll say, as I go along, I will see if I can think of a place where I'm doing it and I'll try and point it out. Some things and the problem is that I've been doing this for years. I struggled with this for years. And I don't think there's any other way to go about it. You'll have to look at how other artists approach it, copy it, see where it works, overdo it yourself, and you'll find you'll end up with a shorthand that becomes automatic for you. And it really is. Now, that's a good thing and a bad thing. It's automatic for me because I can just do it without thinking, and I'm really not thinking right now. So you're kind of making me think about what I'm doing a little bit, and I wasn't.
How far are you from being finished? Like
a couple minutes.
5 minutes?
5 minutes. Yeah, Eric.
Should we bring Eric in?
Sure. Yeah.
Is this a good time to get ready?
All right. There he is. He's back.
Yes.
Did you get enough warning this time?
Wait. Let's do the applause.
Yeah,
Can you hear it when I do that?
You're getting reverb because you guys.
Yeah, I heard that.
How many times have I done this where I do this? Every single time.
That's why you have me.
Well, you could have warned me an hour ago.
Don't turn it down too low because then I won't be able to hear Eric.
Good news about Daniel. He lives in Quebec, so.
Yay! We don't have to go across the border.
Nice, easy shipping.
Yeah. So there's currently 63 eligible users. So.
Only 63. All right, people, start spamming the chat.
Now's your chance to spam the chat safely.
Yeah. Eric's got Nightbot under control. So while we're waiting, and Dave's working on that, the next super chat question comes from Tron World for $5. Mike Davis can verify that my turning down Tom DeFalco at age 15 in 1989 was career suicide because I didn't want to draw a vision.
Yeah, you get opportunities, and like when I got to Marvel, the first thing that I did was Call of Duty, which was a great book in the sense that it was, firemen and police and first responders after 9/11, and obviously it was an emotional time, and so, but it was a difficult book for me to draw. It was very far outside of my comfort zone, and I said, yeah, absolutely, I would draw that book because
Don't say no.
Yep. You have to know when you're in the position to be able to pick and choose, and when, you're better off to just take what they're offering because, you know, they might not offer again.
The next super chat comes from Black Tiger 001 for $5. Hey, David Meredith, a couple of weeks back, someone mentioned your roadmap to improvement, and I was wondering where I can find it. Thanks.
It is on the website, davidfinchart.com. Here, I'm going to, okay.
Don't do it.
Well, Eric, hold on 1 second. So there it is. You can see it at the bottom here. It says davidfinchart.com. That's the whole thing. All right. Thanks, Eric. That's it. Yeah.
And it's under the blog section or something, right?
Yeah. You can find it right on the homepage.
Oh,
just
it's on the
scroll down a
homepage?
little bit. There's, yeah.
Oh, it's right on the homepage. All right. Michael Johnson Curry has a super chat for $5. I never knew you'd ever quit anything. I'm sure if you can keep going, I know I can too. Sorry that happened to you. Thank you for being so supportive. Thank you,
well,
Michael. You're always here and being supportive of us too. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right. So
even the best. Just so you know. What's that song? How's that song go? Even the best fall down sometimes.
I don't know, but I do know that it can be. It really is drawing pictures, and it really is as fun as it looks. I mean, I love it, but it's
still work.
It's not even so much that it's work. It's self-doubt. It's dealing with your own self-doubt, and you know that has been an issue for me at times in the past, and I've been much better. Like it's been a long time since I really fought with that, but it was a real theme for me. You know, I'd work on a book because I did a lot of books that were big sellers and did really, really well, and you know, like #1 seller in the business, which is great. And you'd think that I would be thrilled and I'd be so happy that that's happening. Like, what kind of a moron wouldn't be happy? But I would find I'd actually be more miserable when that happened than any other time, because now I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. You know, like I'm afraid, oh no, what if it goes away? And I would be so afraid of it. I would want to quit. It's crazy, but definitely happened to me more than once.
Eric, how many people do we have in the chat right now?
186. So that's pretty good. If you want, I can go for it.
All right. Let's go for
roll
it.
All right.
Roll the chat.
Jason Davis.
Jason Davis. All right. Congratulations, David.
Congratulations,
Jason. You know what? I screwed up your very easy name, but at least you want a picture.
That's right. Cool Daredevil.
Yeah.
Well, I was pointing Danielle.
All right.
All righty.
So
yeah, Jason, if you can,
DM Eric.
Yes, on Discord. I'll put the Discord link in the chat again.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, we're on to the next one. We'll see you in just a little bit, Eric. Thanks again.
Eric's the best.
I'll try to, put you back into the chat with no warning again.
Wait, Eric, is it feeling like a job yet? Are you still enjoying us?
No, this is awesome.
Every Monday. Does your wife still think it's awesome?
Oh, this is awesome. Yeah. No, she enjoys this too. So everything's good. Yeah.
We best send Eric a nice Christmas. Eric's wife a nice Christmas present.
Yes, and if we haven't said thank you, thank you. All right, we'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
All right, you're gonna start your Darth Vader, and I'm gonna read the next super chat.
Which means I need reference, so let me do that.
Get that. Kevin Ford, $4.99. Super chat. I'm sure someone has said it before, but I've been gone for a minute. Dave, you should just draw one highly detailed foot to silence the haters. And you know what? It's so funny. Dave jokes that you're not sensitive about people complaining about you never drawing feet. It's like a joke. So don't feel bad if you're like riding Dave for his feet.
Yeah, oh no.
It's like the chat's got to be about something. We make fun of Meredith lots. We can make fun of Dave too. Oh wait, no, we don't make fun of Meredith. That's Meredith making fun of Dave.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I think I've got the picture I'm going to use here. Let's see. All right, we're good.
And Hater from Singapore had another super chat for $5 saying, I'm not sure if super chat's required to qualify, which he did because he's chatted, but here goes. Sorry, I didn't get the Daredevil, but next time, maybe Darth Vader. And then I have two super chats from Nick Lenz, one for $2 and both for $2. So 2 questions for a total of $4. A non-comic book character you would love to draw, and have you ever thought of working with Peter David?
Non-comic book character I'd love to draw. I would love to do something with Stephen King. That would be great.
Steve King is on the chat.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I wanted to say something
because you answered his question about legs, because it's clearly not.
And can you imagine? He gets that all the time.
I'm sure,
I'm sure he's like, all right, I get it. Yeah, Stephen King, thanks. But yeah, so I wouldn't even be picky. I don't care. And what was the other question?
Peter David.
Oh, Peter. Yeah. You know what? I am a huge Peter David fan. He wrote X Factor with Joe Quesada, which is. I'm such an artist person. That's why I read it, and I love the story. And it actually got me reading X Factor, even with other artists. Some good and some that I wasn't as much of a fan of, but it didn't matter. I just love the story. I think he's a great writer, and I like him. He's very funny.
Yeah, he is. All right. So then we're doing the Vader. Vader. Kevin Mandeville has a super chat for $1.99. Kevin says, "Do Vader with the busted mask."
That's a great idea.
But we're gonna do the full. Are you doing the full mask?
I'm doing the full mask.
Yeah.
That is a great idea, but yeah, I'm already, it's early to say I'm committed because I just started, but
you're committed.
I'm feeling a little
mentally committed.
I'm mentally committed. Yeah. It was like Static Shock. I felt terrible because it was the wrong costume, but I already had all the reference all ready to go.
Yeah.
It would have been a fiasco.
Was it the wrong costume?
Yeah, because Greg L wanted the animated costume and I did not know that. So I did the wrong costume.
What are you going to do? One mayor says, "I'll call Stephen King. Don't worry, I got your back."
Oh, thank you, Mighty. Man, through you guys,
Mighty.
I'm going to do something with Stephen King. I'm doing a Megadeth cover and we're having a convention. This is growing fast.
I tell you, the opportunities that present themselves on the stream are just crazy.
If you guys don't follow through.
Yeah, you're in trouble, man.
Does that looks a little odd. You know what? This is going to take a little bit of push and pull. This is why I don't like drawing Transformers. When proportions get a little, or when something doesn't follow proportions I'm used to, it almost becomes more like negative space drawing, and I'm actually having to draw instead of just,
So, Ketopia says, "I'm waiting for the day when I can see your horses, Mayor." So, Ketopia, we'll have to do I'll have to send Dave pictures and he can post them on the stream.
Yeah, I'll get
the cutest little pony.
Right on that.
The new pony's adorable. He's Isaac's pony, finally. All right. We have, my computer shows 1 like away from 600. Oh, nope. Sorry, I spoke. Now we're at 601. 601 likes. That's awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for hanging out with us. All right. So, and I believe that you are over 77,000 subscribers now.
No kidding.
While we're doing the chat.
Wow.
So that is exciting.
Yeah.
So that means Have a Fish says Dave Finch hits 75 subs. All of a sudden, there's FinchCon, Finch Flock shirts, Finch World, and much more. We haven't even hit 100,000. How are we going to follow this up?
Well, it helps that, all of that is completely fictional.
El Padrinos, oh yeah, and we hit 77,000 subscribers during the stream. Yeah, we just said that.
Well, that is great. Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
We are now 100,000. I don't know if we're going to hit it before year end, but let's make that the goal.
And there's no way.
Let's put it out into the ether.
Okay, well, we'll do that.
And guess who's here to say hello? Patches. Patches. Come on. Come on. Here she comes. She's very quiet right now. She's not being her usual vocal self.
Maybe she's
Come on, lovey.
feeling sick. I don't know. Yeah, she is quiet.
She's quiet. She's normally she's satisfied. She's not hungry right now. So that's usually what it.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I guess we should feed her more often.
And Ketopia says, I think you guys will hit 100,000 by the new year. It's highly possible.
Okay, nothing is impossible. But I would say that would be
come on, Finch Flock. We can do it.
From what I've seen now. Okay,
you can't do it if you don't put it out there. Patches.
This is what I've noticed. Number one, I can't tell when a video is going to do really well or like get a lot of views or not as many. And I don't worry about that because I think that there's value for someone in all of them, and I want them to be as useful as possible. So, you know, I try not to go, oh, well, this one did better, so now I'm going to do every single video about that same thing. I wouldn't want to do that. But I will say definitely subscribers grow faster when I have a video doing really well. So, you know, we have a video like right now, my cars one that I did a little bit ago, for whatever reason, just started doing really, I don't know what happened, but it's meant we've been growing a little quicker, which is, I was not expecting to be doing this 75,000 stream quite so quickly. I thought that would take a little longer.
When did we do the 50?
We did it in August. Toward the end of August. So it's been a bit. It's been 3 months.
Over 3 months.
Yeah. So when you say, oh yeah, we'll do, you know, the.
Yeah, but these things, it's like the curve. It's
is it though? I don't know. We'll see.
These things grow exponentially. Yes.
Okay.
Jason Smith. I say that, and if I say it, it must be true. Super chat for $3.99. Jason, I don't know if you had a comment, but I'll watch for it. There's also, Al Padrino says, Meredith Finch, there's a new movement now. The Finch Force. Worked upon the universe by the Finch flock. What are you going to do?
It's tough for me because I can't even call anybody by a nickname. It's impossible for me.
You can't. It's true.
Like everybody that I know is their name. I don't even care if they have a nickname. It's their. I cannot do it. It's like I don't know what it is. I can't do it. And so yeah, saying Finch flock, I'm like, oh, I feel uncomfortable. But
I'll say it. We'll say it for you. If you say it all the time, you'll become more comfortable. Just say it 5 times.
That'll just sound like gibberish. You know how
Finch
that goes.
flock. Finch flock.
Okay, stop.
Finch flock. Finch flock.
Mute. Where is it? And I forgot we're muted. There it is. You're muted.
It's too late. I'll just speak louder.
All right. You win.
Super chat from Jerry Rasco for $5. I'm waiting for the day when Meredith reads the chat remote from the barn so she doesn't have to leave the horses. That will happen. That's, you know what? When we move to the new house, I can stream from the barn and you can stream from the basement, and we'll both be in our preferred locations.
There you go. We'll never see each other again.
We will.
It does not sound healthy.
No. That's why we aren't like our grandparents with the single beds.
Right.
Who else's grandparents? Your grandparents
My
had
grandparents.
single beds,
It's
right?
gotta
My
be.
grandparents had single beds.
I want to say it's an English thing. My grandfather was Scottish.
Yeah, my grandmother was English too. Yeah, because my dad's parents did not have single beds. So it must have been a very. Let's check with the chat. How many people's grandparents had single beds, and were they English? I'm putting that out to the chat. We'll discuss single bedness.
Is it an English thing? I don't know.
No, we're asking.
Well,
I'm putting it out there. I'm asking the question.
My grandparents,
Chat
my
always
grandfather
has the
was
answer.
Scottish, so I guess that's English, like adjacent. You know.
Okay, is it a British Isle thing?
Yeah, maybe.
Is it the stiff, like the,
Stiff upper lip.
stiff upper
Sorry.
lip of the English? All right. Hold on. My chat blipped. All right. Now we've got things like Catfish saying, "May the flock be with you."
I like that one.
Can we put that on a shirt?
Yeah,
I don't see why we couldn't.
I don't think it would be. Yeah, I think you could do it.
I think
Pretty
we
sure
could.
you could do that. That's pretty funny.
I gotta write that down.
Yep.
That's "May the flock be with you." Somebody else getting a free shirt.
All right. Shoot.
All right.
Oh, here it is. Okay. I lost my.
Oh, you lost your reference.
I switched the window and then I couldn't find it. All right.
Saying Finch, Anthony G says saying Finch flock too fast is just an R rating waiting to happen. Xander Malcolmson says, I'm Scottish. Did your grandparents have single beds? Backtrack says they were single and they were Swedish.
Oh, by the way, Meredith, I want to say, so after this, this sketch, we will have one more giveaway after this one.
Yep.
I'm going to do Merida's Book of Ruth. We're going to do the first trade of Rose. I've got some Walking Dead covers with like a nice gold
Oh, we're
foil.
gonna do like a comic book, like
I'll do a nice big
a
stack.
comic package.
I've got so much stuff here, and because I haven't been to convention, nothing. Anyway, I've got a lot of stuff that, and some of it is,
Get
you know,
some stuff from both of us. We
yeah.
can personalize it.
So we'll
Perfect.
put it all into a box, and
That's a great idea.
Thank
All right, so here's the vote on the single bedding. Here we go. One set of Tagamo Model Work says one set of grandparents had separate beds. John C says Mary, the Irish grandparents, yes, had separate beds.
So Irish, there you go,
Yeah.
British Isles.
No, Jordan Seward said my friend's English dad has his own bed.
Oh yeah, that's
Sam Kuchar says no and no, and he's Irish. Al Padrino says my parents have single beds. And he's not old. So Hamza Khalid says they had single beds, but they were not English. Trevor Elliott says my grandparents weren't in single beds. No. Fish says no. Luis Beater says single beds, but Brazilian.
so there you go. It's worldwide.
It's worldwide, and it's a generational thing.
Yeah.
Like it's a generation before the baby boomers called.
There is no name for
They
that.
call them the greatest generation.
Oh yeah,
It's
the great
World
right.
War,
Yes,
it's the World War II people.
That's right. The greatest. Yeah, you're right.
So there we go. There you go. Why get a marriage counselor when you can have two twin beds?
It's it's cool that there are things you figure, oh, this has got to be, some kind of a cultural thing that.
Brandon Lewis says my wife and
But
I have
it's
single
everybody.
beds.
It's all of us.
I have to sleep on the sofa. You and I have single beds too, then, because you sleep down here some nights.
Some nights, yeah.
Some nights you just fall asleep. Oh, and some nights Isaac kicks you out.
Yeah, kid's 12.
Yeah.
Still climbs into. I come up.
He's such a mama's boy.
In all fairness, it's like 2:00 in the morning, but I come
you're
up and
going
I'm
up to
thinking,
bed.
okay, I'm going
He
to bed.
wakes up and nobody's there, so he just climbs in.
Then I just go back downstairs and put UFC back on. By the way, Eric, who's but anyway, he's watching. I got UFC Fight Pass.
He's
So
excited.
yeah, I'm so thrilled. So right now I'm watching all of 2018, every single event, everything, the whole works, because I missed it.
Every single event of 2018 or
Yep.
19?
18, and then I'm going to do 2019 because I was really into it a bunch of years ago, and then you kind of drift away. I really got into it again this year, and this is why. Now, if any of you, I don't know if anybody remember this, but a few weeks ago somebody asked me a question about a fighter, and I had no idea who it was. And this is like not a small fighter, but this is a problem. I can be a little obsessive, so I really get into things.
No, not obsessive at all.
But it means that I won't necessarily have the kind of deep knowledge that somebody that is probably a real fan, not a fair weather fan would. But I'm getting there.
All right. I'm probably saying this wrong again. Hollow Man Jimbo 2.
Yes.
Did I say that right? I don't know.
Okay. I don't know.
But just had a super chat for $1.
Oh well,
I don't
thank you
see a
very
comment,
much.
But maybe just to remind me not to say, I gotta watch the manga so I know how to say it right. So the Italian grandparents, L36 says my Italian grandparents have single beds. Al Padrino says my parents have separate rooms too. Yeah, I feel like sometimes when you get older, men snore
Yes,
more.
we have friends that we have dinner with all the time.
They are they've been together for 25 years.
And they are deeply in love.
Deeply in love. But she, like me, is going through a phase in her life where she's starting to have some trouble sleeping at night. And so they've just decided when she's struggling to sleep that he just sleeps in the room. He snores.
Yeah,
and he has restless leg syndrome, and she can't sleep through that.
Right,
and then you're sleeping, but when you're not,
he's not in there for a couple days, and then she, can't sleep because he's not in there, and
sometimes it happens. Black Tiger 001 says grandparents were all Trini, which I'm assuming is from Trinidad. No single beds, but many aunts and uncles had single beds too. So it just seems like
generational, and maybe we'll be one of these days. We'll have single beds too. Could happen. I don't know. I mean, your parents.
My parents sleep together.
Yeah, so.
Your mom and your stepdad do too.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. We'll be
Right.
fine. And we'll get kicked out.
We're having tonight is the bed chat. Last week was the how do I say people's names chat?
At least it's not the you banning people indiscriminately.
The people chat.
That's really where I
That was fun. You know what? We're gonna have the Dave Can't Draw Feet chat.
maybe this
So
is
you
why
better you better watch what you say, young man.
maybe
We'll
this is
have
why
the
the
Dave
thing
Can't
works.
Draw Feet.
Because you're banning people, you're having a great time, and I'm just sitting here going, oh no. Oh,
You're
no.
dying.
The whole stream's gonna die.
You're dying.
Oh, it's gonna be over.
Stream's got my back, dude.
They do.
Even if you don't.
I don't know why.
Even if you don't. Oh, so we're talking about scary movies.
Yeah.
Dr. Fantastic said, my father took me to see Empire Strikes Back in the theater when I was very young. I loved it so much, but I ran into the theater when Darth came on screen. We watched the movie sitting on the floor next to the exit so I could duck behind the door every time Darth Vader was on.
Oh, I love that. That's great.
That's awesome.
I remember my best friend at the time had gone to see it before I did. And so he told me that Luke Skywalker gets his hand cut off by Darth Vader.
Oh, no.
And he was so and I was so afraid to watch that. And he said, oh, here it comes. And I closed my eyes. And, you know, at the time, there wasn't really, like, you couldn't just go rent a movie and watch it the next day or whatever. So it was a few years
before you actually got to see it.
Yeah.
When we're talking about movies in which you had to hide from, my younger sister, by almost 2 years, has always liked scary stuff. And I remember I was not 12 because we were at our old house in the country, and we must have rented Jaws. Like, that would have been the time when it either was on the TV or somebody went and got it on the, like, where you rented the VCR.
Yep.
The tapes.
Oh yeah, I remember we used to do that.
It was an experience.
Oh, I'm so far off when I look at this.
And I remember cowering in terror behind the couch because that movie was so scary for me.
Yeah, that movie holds up too.
It does.
It's still pretty scary now.
It is still scary.
You should watch that one again.
Jaws, I think I might be able to make it through.
You know what
I
I
won't
have?
make you walk out of the theater like I did for I Am Legend, because I did make him walk out of the theater on that movie.
Yeah, it wasn't that fun.
I don't even know if I have watched that thing all the way through. Kevin Mandeville, 499, super chat. Dave, are you familiar with the book How to Draw Noir Comics by Sean Martinborough? If not, it's worth a look.
How to draw
Noir comics.
Can you write that down for me, Meredith? I mean, I can.
I can.
Thank you. Yeah, that'd be actually really interesting to take a look at. My guide for noir comics really is Eduardo Rizzo, but it'd be really very cool to see like a kind of a breakdown. Like somebody's in. I find it's one thing to learn how to do something. It's another thing to learn how to break it down in a way that makes sense. And that's something I'm really struggling with a lot, trying to do the how-to videos. Like, I'm afraid of doing the hand one because I can draw hands, but wow, is it a hard subject because there are so many moving parts. Obviously, it's your hand. But we need one more like, because we can't sit at 666 likes. No, we're drawing Darth Vader. Somebody like this video. Somebody like the stream. Before it's too late.
Before it's too late. I'm not superstitious, so it's fine. Jason Smith, I have a question. Do you tape all of your mechanical pencils? Oh, now we're at 675. Everybody responded.
Oh, you guys are the best.
And so do you tape your pens? Hello from Vatick, Nova Scotia.
Hello. And I don't. I don't tape my pens. I only tape my pencil, like, you know, and I do that because I press much harder with a pencil generally. Like it's a problem. Whereas with pens, you don't, like with a brush, I can't press hard at all. I have to be really careful. And so I don't get that same kind of hand fatigue that I get with a pencil. It can be really bad. When I'm penciling, especially like a monthly book or something like that, I do find though that these ones can really fatigue my hands because they start getting very detailed and I'm just using them for a long time. I can really get, and I would tape them, but unlike a pencil, they look, I was actually taping them for a little bit. They burn out though. So, taping something, getting it all great and it's all perfect, and then the tip kind of wears out. You're stuck doing it again. I gave up. So now I just deal with a little bit of hand pain.
So we're still talking about scary stuff. Martin John said Jabba the Hutt scared the living daylights out of me.
Really? Well, I was a little bit older for Jabba the Hutt, so I was okay with Jabba. And so much of it depends on your age.
Yeah. Jerry Lang, speaking of scary movies, I just picked up the 70s TV show Kolchak the Night Stalker, and I'm watching it.
Kolchak the Night. That sounds familiar. I think I might have seen that.
Maybe.
I've seen so many horror movies.
Nelson Navarrete. I know I said that wrong. Oh, I'm sorry, Nelson.
Sorry, Nelson.
But Nelson used to be scared of Coraline. That movie freaked me out. I was an adult with kids when I watched that thing the first time. And that is this like Tim Burton man.
Oh yeah, no, that was a spooky movie.
Yeah, it really is. Like
that was well done.
Even like his Jack, like the Nightmare Before Christmas, I don't love because it's a little bit like. Martin John also said The Exorcist scared me so much I saw it when I was about 10, or at least the first 10 minutes of it.
Yeah, that movie scared me so much I even read the book.
Because you need to know what.
No, because
you couldn't watch the movie.
No, but this is the point. This is why you watch these things. You watch, like, how many horror movies do you watch where you're like, man, okay, that's fine.
Oh, you got to read the book too. Fair enough. L3Sex is the night my family moved to the beach. My family celebrated, and my dad turned on Jaws. Oh, that sounds like my dad. So bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a dad thing.
Yeah. So bad. Leo V is a super chat for $2. Do you ever study Charles Bargue drawing book? The Charles Bargue?
No.
Bargue.
No, I am not familiar. I do find there is a lot of really good books out there. And all that stuff is foundational, which hopefully I'm not off the screen. I'm still looking at my reference here, so I have no idea where I'm fine. Okay. Can't actually see. Normally, I kind of like to have my window up so I can see where I'm at, but yeah, it's foundational stuff is the most important. And I found stuff that I really like and that really works for me, and I kind of stick with it, and that is not ideal. I'd be better off to try out different methods and see where it takes me. And, yeah, I'm not familiar with that one.
Next super chat comes from Brain Games for $1.99, and Brain Games is calling me out. Meredith, whatever happened to Mistborn?
Mistborn. Oh, yeah. And yeah, Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah. I'll tell you.
Yeah, which you said you would read.
I have it in my office.
I know.
Now.
I've seen it. You got the collection. But
here's the problem. The building the house and getting this house ready has sucked up all my free time and energy. Like when I have free time, I'm looking for light fixtures, and I still haven't picked backsplash, and I don't know what we're doing here. You know what I mean? And now I'm packing boxes, and I've spent the last 3 days cleaning this house from top to bottom, and I still don't feel good about it.
And we'll spend 3 days looking for backsplash, and it'll look utterly indistinguishable from every other backsplash.
Yeah, I know. I try to tell myself that. That's what I got.
But
that's why when I just made a decision about the shower, I was just like, white subway tile.
Yeah, it always kills me. Oh, there's so many shades of beige. Well, if they all look the same, then I'd say your choice is easy. But apparently not.
They're all the same.
They are all the same.
I know. I try not to. It's on my to-do list. Maybe summertime would be a nice time. Was Coraline a Neil Gaiman book?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. So yes, the answer is Coraline was Neil Gaiman, but and ODM Photography is here.
Oh, great.
ODM has a super chat for $4.99. Coraline was my wife and mine's first date. LOL. I will never watch it again.
That's great.
I've seen it a couple times. It's true,
but at least the date worked out.
Yeah, that's right. It worked out from a date point of view. I mean, that could work out from like a...
Yeah, you want to get them a little scared, for sure.
Gremlins. Everything shivers. I watched Gremlins in the theater as a kid, and when Spike jumped in the pool, my older cousin had to take me out of the theater. I couldn't watch that movie either. As a kid, I could not watch it.
Yeah.
They were so scary.
You watch it now and it's a little like, whoa.
I'm like, oh, I say that to my kids. I'm like, you gotta watch this movie, and then they watch it.
Yeah, we tried with. I tried with Gremlins.
Yeah.
I tried
because Isaac really went through like I want to watch scary movies.
Yeah.
Phase, but
Yeah, he hit
can't
Gremlins.
compete with Five Nights at Freddy's.
You can't. Which apparently has a movie coming out, I guess.
So they say.
So they say. So.
Who's the director of it? The guy from Home Alone.
Christopher Columbus?
Christopher Columbus.
I don't know if that's true. This is what he was saying.
What Isaac tells us.
He's like an expert on this stuff.
He is.
Ask him about the Fortnite. What is it? The
live stream event. Or
live event.
Live event. Let's put it this way: our 17-year-old was asking him tonight if the servers were down on Fortnite yet.
Yeah.
So, that being said, feel like I have to watch Home Alone tomorrow. It's my setting up the Christmas tree movie. Started setting that once the house got all the pictures taken today. Because it's going it's on the market on Thursday. So we get all the pictures taken. So now I can set up Christmas.
I love Christmas. I really do. My one issue is the lights. Everything goes up and it feels like Groundhog Day. I'm like, wow, we were just here. This just happened. Am I the only one that sees this?
But then you want me to leave them up all year round because you like it so much.
I do. I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying that it really does feel like my drawing is wrong. It feels like, yeah. You know what I mean, though.
I do.
Put them up and it's wow, look at that.
I just want to say,
just last month.
I don't know if this is a record, but the stream will know. We have 714 likes tonight.
Wow.
That is insane.
Wow.
Insane.
Well, yeah, it really is. Thank you, everyone. Very, very
Thank you so much for all the likes and the love. 556 people watching. If you're watching and you've not hit the like button, hit like. And if you aren't subscribing, don't forget to subscribe before you leave.
This is why you don't want to bother hitting like. You hit like, and we'll just ask you to do it again.
That's not true. You can't hit it. I'm going to hit it right now. 725. I just hit like. I like my own stream. So there. Oh, now we're at 731. We might hit 750. Maybe 800. Oh my gosh. I need Isaac to bring me down my cord. I'm at 16%. How did that happen?
Well, what time is it? 10:12. It's not. This one, it's coming along.
Late tonight.
Yeah, we are. But this is actually now.
Make it? If I turn down my screen.
I sure hope so. I will say, Meredith, that now that I've got it blocked, you're just talking over me every single thing that I say. I cannot get a word in.
You know what? I'm just like keyed up today. You know what? Some days you're like keyed up.
Yeah. It's not like I have anything so important to say, but
say it. I'm sorry for talking over you. I'm sorry.
Too late. No, I don't want to say.
Very sorry. What are we going to say?
I was just going to say this one's coming along pretty fast now that it's blocked in. That's all I was going to say.
There you go. See, I know I've been talking over tonight, and I know it, and I can't help myself.
I don't mind. It's not like I have.
I'm so sorry.
It's only frustrating for me after like the third time I try and get it out, and then I'm like, oh, okay.
Sorry. We are at 751. How insane is that? I said we might make 750, and we're already over 750 likes.
I don't even know what to say. That's crazy.
That is insanity.
It really
Thank
is.
you so much, people. What a great night.
Yeah, for sure.
Andrew Taz says, Meredith, make Dave grumpy. I gotta live with him after the stream. I'm not making him grumpy. And Kevin Mandevil says, no more caffeine for Meredith. I did drink a lot of tea today. It's true. I did drink a lot of tea.
Yeah, she makes me grumpy all the time.
It's true. There's no work needed on that one.
We've had a few of these where I'm like, oh, I'm upset about something, and I go upstairs after we're finished with the stream and I complain about it, and then she gets mad at me because she's like, every time we finish the stream, you got something you want to complain about.
It's true.
That happened 2 weeks ago, actually.
He always gets mad at me after the stream.
I'm just trying to say, like, maybe we could, constructive criticism. That's all I'm saying. Never goes over.
I don't know how you can criticize perfection. Maybe that's why I'm like, what are you doing?
Well, you know what it is, and you know this. I'm just a warrior, and you are not. You have your own. You're a guilt. You get guilty. I don't get guilty. I just worry. I
don't worry, but I do feel guilty.
Yep.
I always feel guilty for the things that I'm not doing.
Either way, we're both very dysfunctional.
We are, but we work. Our dysfunctions work sympathetically.
Yes.
So that's great. Art Jedi says, Merritt, tell Dave this is my second favorite drawing he's done on stream, right behind Mando.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Art Jedi.
We're behind, by the way.
Behind, sorry, what?
On The Mandalorian. Like, there's episodes that we have not watched.
We're not that far behind. Like, we watched 3 episodes, and I like it because then we can sit down and watch a couple episodes at once. I was just talking to Eric, actually. He said that it's like the last couple episodes have been
really good.
Really great, yeah.
758. Can we get to 760? I feel like Kenny right now. Kenny Wang says, let's get to 777.
I was going to say, where is he? There he
He's
is.
here, 777. It's going to be tough because you're finishing up. But
yeah, we're coming to an end.
How far are you from finishing that? 5 minutes?
5 minutes, maybe 10. I want to give me 10 because realistically,
the reason that I ask
is you want to know for the giveaway.
Yeah, I want people to know when to start spamming the chat.
Yeah, I'm going to say 10 minutes.
I don't think I missed any super chats as of late.
Getting a little loose in there.
You're going loose?
I really thought that I would be doing these streams, like talking about the art a lot. And with you here, I basically never ever, like, I don't say a word about it. I just sit here and draw the picture. I mean, it is nice that like there's a little mini tutorials. But
Henry Jeremic says, Meredith, too much wine. I know you said there's never too much wine, but I have a story to tell you about 6 bottles of wine and working overtime and drinking while we worked. No, not too much wine tonight. I think it's stress for me tonight.
Yeah.
But 6 bottles of wine and working, then drinking. The problem with wine, like, I have a limit to how much I can drink a night, truly. Like 2 or 3 glasses if I'm drinking, and then I'm done because it just starts tasting bad. And what's the point of drinking for the sake of drinking?
Yeah.
Like, I'm past the point of...
And I can't work and drink. It's not, does not fit
together. So while
together.
we joke, and I have a glass of wine when I'm making dinner, it's a bottle of wine will last me a few days.
Yeah. We're not super heavy drinkers.
No, we're not heavy drinkers. We just enjoy
There is no time.
We just enjoy the beverage. Does Dave drink any beer? And if so, what's your favorite? That's from Pedro Fuentes Art. Your favorite beer is Quick Lunch.
Okay, so yeah, that's totally not helpful because you could only get it here. But
I know, but
it's what it is. It's
from Sandwich Brewing Company.
Thank you, Meredith.
Local microbrew.
And I like it because it's a draft, and I find that it's actually just better on my stomach.
And actually, bottled beer, the preservatives in beer and wine make Dave sick.
Yes.
So he doesn't drink a lot of beer and wine because the sulfates and the preservatives
really get me. Yeah.
Really upset it.
So I love Quick Lunch. Quick Lunch it's like an IPA, but very mild IPA.
It's
good stuff.
There's no preservatives because it's made fresh, right?
Yeah.
All right. Kevin Mandeville has a super chat for $1.99. Kevin wants to know, Dave, where's your primary light source on this piece?
Okay, now this is from reference. So, and as a matter of fact, type Darth Vader into Google and you will find this picture. It's like number 4. So really, and the problem with using reference, especially on a character that's very reflective like Darth Vader, is they never have a single light source. He's on a very brightly lit ship and he's pointing his finger at Princess Leia in this picture. And so there are lights everywhere. And so I have no idea. I really don't. It's like a, and yeah, this is not something that I could, if I was just drawing, it wouldn't look like this. It would be, and maybe that would have been more interesting to do, but I really wanted it to actually look like Darth Vader, not turn into a fiasco. So I'm copying a picture that I got off the internet. But, honestly, that's how everyone, if you're working on a Star Wars comic, that's what you're doing, truthfully. A really reflective helmet that has like a really, I don't know, maybe I tell myself that to feel better, and there are artists that can just do it perfectly. I don't know.
Right. Ferris Jabbar has a question, so I'm going to ask it. Dave, can you and Jason Fabach discuss the mentorship program you took Jason through, especially on how to approach deadlines, storytelling, and layouts, comics 101, start to finish? Thanks. You don't really take Jason through a mentorship program.
Oh, no, it was very informal. It wasn't any kind of a...
It was like Jason reached out through somebody at the college who knew you, and I mean, honestly, the first time he came, his stuff was really good.
It was.
And you just...
I didn't have to do much.
You sanded off the last of the rough edges, and Jason would just come with like, he didn't have to be told he needed to come back with more pages. He just came back with more pages.
Yeah.
Like whatever Dave gave him, he went home, worked on it. And when he felt like he was ready, he picked up the phone and called Dave. And like, he was very eager and motivated. And you have to be in this industry. You have to be self-motivated.
You do.
You cannot work from home and hit deadlines if you are not able to motivate yourself. And those are the people who are the most successful, I think, in the industry. People who are just able to follow deadlines and set their own deadlines.
Yeah, no, I mean, nobody's perfect, but yes.
All right. Hater from Singapore has another super chat for $5. Going to try to get this Vader sketch. I love how you talk about references all the time. It makes art so much more approachable.
Yeah, look, there are a lot of things, I would say most things that I draw out of my head, but I'll use reference whenever it's going to make things easier or create a better result, I don't think there's any shame in that. You realize if your computer freezes, what you're going to end up having to do is switch seats with me. I'll sit there.
No, I'm not putting this face on the camera tonight. You just have to run it yourself.
You really do look fine. No. All right. Women in makeup.
Okay. I might have a little makeup, but my hair is not. I'm just not. I can't. I'm not dry. I've got the stain on my shirt for crying out loud. I've been cleaning all day. I was on my hands and knees washing a floor that I love it. It's black and white tile. It's freaking stunning.
Yeah, you wouldn't do it again.
I would never do it again because every freaking mark of the dog.
Not just a dog, anything.
And like a water drop.
Yeah.
It's
incredible.
Not good for a back hallway, high traffic area. That being said, if you want to buy our house, it is a beautiful.
It looks nice as long as you never set foot in your home.
That's right. No, come on. Everything else wears really well.
It does. Yeah.
But that floor is better for somebody without pets.
Are you afraid of talking badly about the house because somebody on the stream is going to buy
somebody
a house?
on the stream might buy the house. You never know. Somebody's like, I got on Dave.
I think you're probably
house.
right. Yeah, you're probably good there.
Probably good. Never know. Maybe somebody's like, oh, I can see the office that Dave didn't let the photographer take a picture of today because he was working. He's like, nope, too busy working. You can't get a picture. So
I don't let people in here.
This is you guys are lucky you got the tour because he does not let people in his office. So when people come to like see the house, they'll walk in here and go, I never saw a picture of this room. Where did this room come from?
As it is, I really want to just lock the door.
I know. You just won't even let people through. Oh my gosh, we had 777. We're at 779. We were at 780 and somebody just took back their like. Oh, now we're at 781. Somebody took back the like. I was like, what happened there?
Way to, look on the negatives.
I can't even do that one. Is that
always
Monty
look
Python?
on?
No, stop! You're gonna get us banned.
Oh, you're right.
Now who's singing? Can't do it.
Shoot.
Can't do it. Kevin Mandeville was like, I mean, I was gonna bid on the house, but now.
Yep. See,
that's
there you
it.
go.
I've already turned off one buyer. Albertino says I can offer him 2 markers and a milk. Paid says Jimmy.
sold.
Yeah.
Well, that said, we are hoping that it goes for what we're hoping for because it'll just make moving easier for sure. So it's stressful. It really is. It always is.
Edward Lee wants to know: do you have to treat your creative life like it's a job to be a professional? Meredith and Dave, thanks. And I think the answer is yes.
But I don't think that means you can't enjoy it.
No, enjoy it. But everybody asks Dave, what do you like to draw in your free time?
Oh, right, yeah.
And the answer is Dave doesn't draw in his free time. Because if he's drawing for work. Instead, you pick projects that you enjoy drawing.
Yes, that I really want to do.
That.
Now, I will say that while I don't draw in my free time, if I'm motivated to draw, which is a lot, I will just. I've got a list always of this is due and that's due and that's. I just switch the next thing that's due. I don't just make up something to draw because I've got things that are already due. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. Start chatting. Don't start spamming.
Well, let me bring Eric in. I think I'm not even looking at the reference. I haven't been for a little bit, so my mouse
We're at 795 likes. We are so close to like 800. It's insane. All right, I missed a couple super chats while we were chatting. Mark C, $5 super chat. Just tuned in. It took years for me to be able to draw Vader. The curves making up the Mark's cheeks are super tricky.
Yeah, it was a little weird to draw, but you know what? Actually, look on the screen. I think
it looks great.
I'm happier with it on the screen.
And the next super chat is from Mike DeFonte. Oh, Mike. Now we're spamming and I missed it. Hold on. I'm going to find it. Dave, do you ever get anxiety when doing projects?
Yeah. We were talking about that earlier, and yeah, I absolutely do. It's a fear of failure, and sometimes people call it a fear of success. I don't think that's true. I think it's when you have success, it's a fear of losing that. And I've read, or I don't know, seen videos or whatever, but people talking about imposter syndrome. And I mean, that happens where you just feel like, wow, I have you guys watching the show right now, and I'm thinking, why? I didn't expect the YouTube channel to do as well as it's doing. It's doing great. I'm thrilled. We're both thrilled. And so, yeah, what I really needed to tell myself early on when this started is, I'm going to enjoy it while it's here. I'm going to enjoy, this for what it is, and not worry that, hey, one day people will say, you know what, we're not interested anymore, because that could happen. But leaving that in your head all the time is just, eventually you will succumb to it. And I have done it enough times. So yeah, I definitely, I can be very neurotic, I guess, is probably, but I'm nowhere near as bad as I was. I think that stuff doesn't beat me much anymore. And I just try and remind myself of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And, I'm doing the YouTube channel. It really, without conventions, I'm going to keep doing it. Don't worry. But without conventions, I really wanted to just be able to reach out in a way that we really weren't able to. And so, and also I enjoy teaching. So I wanted to do it for that reason. And, none of those things require any kind of real success. So I would just keep doing it. So you know what I mean? Can't worry about that stuff.
I can't look away right now because the chat is scrolling so flipping quickly. It's insanity. Everybody wants to start Vader.
Yeah, David, there's a good book called Art and Fear.
Yeah.
Which talks about imposter syndrome, and it's apparently pretty common in other creative areas as well.
Art and Fear. That's probably from that book that the people that I saw that, people talking about it, they probably got the concept from that.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's a pretty good book to help you kind of get over some of that stuff, and,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever read books like that, like self-help books, that kind of thing?
Not really, but that one in particular I've read just because, I guess as with most artists, that fear kind of plagues you and cripples you. So it was a book that I read. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a shame that, and it does. I've talked to artists that are, you can see they're very talented, and they just do not have the confidence to show their work to anyone, and it's a real shame.
I think that's why Cow lost so many artists, because they would come in and see what everybody else is doing, and
yeah, you get intimidated, and it's easier to quit than to fail.
Yeah, I think art is so personal that any kind of negative, any kind of negative, just kind of
Yeah, for sure. All right, I am just about done here. I'm gonna sign it.
There's 173 eligible users. Pretty high. It's pretty good. So whenever you all are ready, I'll roll it here.
Are we ready? Roll the dice.
All righty.
Let's do our drum roll.
Oh, there we go.
Rim shot.
Yovidol 4. I will message you in the chat. If you can just DM me on Discord, I will send a link to that, and then I'll get your details from you.
What's the name, Eric?
It's Yovidol, Yovidal 4.
Well, congratulations,
Yeah.
Yovidal. Here, applause. I should have done that for the other ones. I've got the applause button, if nothing else. Well, yeah, congratulations. That's great.
And let's roll one more time.
Yeah, and we've got one more. And we're going to do, now it's going to be a bit of a surprise because, you know, like everything around here, I don't plan. I should have, if I would have had everything, I could have put it all here, but I don't. So what we're going to do is, don't worry, I'll make sure that I get a lot of good stuff in there. I still have actually.
Batman, maybe some Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I've got copies of my Batman, the pencil book, that big book. I'll put that one in there. It'll be a nice range of stuff. And so.
And we'll inflict some of Meredith's stuff on you.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Just because I got a lot of it.
All right. So you want me to roll again?
Yep.
All
Rim
right.
shot, Dave.
Oh, right. Right. Yeah, rim shot. And I just saw somebody asked if it's pay for play. It is not pay for play. No.
It's just
Okay,
chat.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is chat.
I'm going to chat quite a bit. That's L3 sec, just one. L3 sec.
L3 Sec has been in the chat. We've actually read some questions. That's great.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, congratulations.
Congratulations, everybody who won tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that went all right. And it is 10:31. So, you know.
Good timing. And I have 8% left in my computer.
Henry, just come back for 100,000. Hopefully it won't be too long. We'll see. And Kenny,
it's going.
Get all your friends to like and subscribe. We ended up with over 800 likes on this video. 809. That is
that
a
really
record.
is great. Yeah.
That is absolute
Unbelievable.
insanity. You guys
Thank you, Jordan.
are the best. That is an early Christmas present for us.
Yeah.
Really.
All right, so I think that's going to be it for this one. So yeah, like Eric said, just if you won, make sure to contact him on Discord. Link for the Discord is in the description of the video. Also, there are links for the help me out here, Meredith.
The Red Sonja Dynamite cover, the Batman Catwoman cover,
and there are not links because. You know what? In my defense, I put the description together earlier today. So I'll update the description with links to your cave book.
Oh, sure. Dave will put links to my cave stuff up there too.
Or
just go to Cave Pictures Publishing and you can purchase directly the Book of Ruth or my Light Princess book. Those make awesome gifts even for non-comic readers in your family.
Yeah, I think so. All right. Well, thank you, Eric.
Good. Thanks for having me. It's great.
And thank
Always
you.
a pleasure, Eric.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, all of you, for coming and watching our show and supporting us. So far to 75,000 more now. I think we're 77,000 people. It's bananas. I don't know what to say. I'm, humbled and
we'll see you next Monday.
Very grateful. And yes, we'll see you all next Monday. Have a great week, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.